shark coochie? A shark coochie board?
No.
All right, it's
no.
Friday. It's open
He
cause. Welcome to
complained.
the show.
Wait, are we? Oh my god.
It literally opened up. You mean a shark coochie?
It's 3 seconds into the
Bro,
stream and we're
Drayden,
already
you
going
were
to hell.
supposed to tell us.
No, I
You were
wasn't going
supposed
to.
tell us.
I don't do that.
I
But-
put
Hey
a
guys,
ridiculous
How
Walmart
y'all
link
doing tonight?
in the. Hey, well, fine. We'll do the show. Fine.
We made it.
We did it.
what
Another
we
one
doing?
in the books.
We
Some
made
kind
it.
of show.
we made it.
Eve Online. What's this mic
Online.
noise?
What happened to that?
We totally are not going to talk about the expansion.
Yeah, we are. Why not?
We
Yes, we are.
absolutely
Why wouldn't
are.
we?
There was an
There's
expansion.
Stick.
When?
Oh,
There's
okay.
so
Okay.
much
Oh,
to
they-
talk
It's hard to
about,
tell.
and there's so
Put
many
the link
different
in chat
angles
for
to talk
everyone.
about it from. Holy shit!
You
there's
should
so much.
forward that to Delana.
That
too.
is
You're having
is
it here?
quite
I wasn't sure.
the link.
It told me.
What
It is
the
quite
fuck
the link.
kind
I
of
But
like
it's a-
link
the
is that?
I like the big links.
It's a link to
Are you on
Walmart.
that?
I don't want the tiny links.
You think so? It looks like that's a link to Walmart in 2124.
Humpty
just,
Dumpty.
It's just with all the scaling stuff.
This is what you
No,
were picking the
that's-
O's out of?
No, that's the language
Oh.
that they speak in 2124. Super Chinese.
Okay, so in this product called Party Mix or Melange Fiesta, as they call it in français, there are different
Spice
items
melange.
in it. You can see there are
The
pretzels,
O-rings. I see them.
there are crunchy cheesies, there are like Doritos but not Doritos, there's Fritos, and there are these ring-shaped things called Ringalos, and they are like
Ringalos. I'm sorry. Yeah.
barbecue seasoned, and they're delicious. And I will
Dude.
pick them out of a bag of Party Mix until there are no more. But that
They look
means I
like
have to
octopus
touch.
fingers.
Right, I have to touch all of the other parts of the Party Mix in order to get to the Ringalos.
You put
And
them on your
that
fingers like rings.
you could, yeah, just your pinky fingers because they're kind of small in
That's
diameter.
small.
You
Well,
just put them
no,
in
my
like
thumb is-
fingertips, tip rings. Yeah.
Oh yes, yes.
It's
Anyways.
like you put the bugles on as claws.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, this is. I mean, there's like Chex Mix. There's this. There's Munchies, which is.
I've
Probably
never heard of
Munch-
Humpty Dumpty Party Mix.
I've never
That's-
heard of
I
it,
think
but
it's
fucking
Canadian.
crazy.
I think it's very
yeah, but
Canadian.
there's like Munchies, Gardettos is kind of like a
Munchies.
now
I don't
kind of
think
like
Gardettos or anything like Humpty Dumpty.
Gardetto.
Party
Well, I'm
Mix.
just saying it's like an assorted mix of like various things,
And
like for
Crunchies.
snacks. But like Gardettos, I will do what you were saying, but with the rye toasts.
Oh,
Just-
me too. I
yeah.
love those.
But then they came out because everyone's like, oh, everyone just loves the rye toast, so they made a Gardetto special request, and it's just the rye toast. It's just a bag full of just those.
Oh, I've never had that.
Yeah, just look for Gardetto's special
Fuck yeah.
request, and it's just those.
Yeah, I like the rye ones, and I do like the wheat ones too. Those are good too. I like them both. The light colored ones, aren't those wheat? Or maybe they're oats, barley,
No, I think they're just like crackers or something.
flip claps.
It's like probably like sourdough, not sourdough, but it's just like it's just
I don't know what it is. I shaved today.
It's just like
I
French
think I'm
bread.
Having a beard.
Beard or no beard.
There was no beard. I couldn't do it.
all right. What happened?
Eve Online.
My
Eve
background's
Online.
weird.
Is a game.
Wow. I like it.
Well, there's some
I
things.
like your background.
There's
You
some
know what it's from?
things.
It's
Anybody know
from
what
Monty
it is?
Python
It
the
looks
Holy
very
Grail.
Monty Python.
Oh, Drake is
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, it's
That's
God.
where
It's
God
Monty
comes
Python
through.
and the Holy Grail's God.
Yeah.
All right, calm down.
I don't wanna call him-
Arthur,
what?
King
Calm
of the
down.
Britons.
What am I doing?
Big dog.
I found the Holy Grail, but it's in a castle full of French people.
That's horrible. We're not ever gonna get it then.
Yes, we are. We're gonna get
Mm.
Germans.
Oh no, they're government clap. Never mind. Sorry.
Like
We all know
what?
Germans have an instinctive ability to
Killing
conquer
it.
the French.
Mm. Eve.
Well, let's talk about what we're drinking tonight, 'cause I got
So,
something
anyways,
special
yeah,
to
let's
share.
go around the horn. Let's do around the horn.
Let's do it on the horn. 'Cause I got something special.
Sorry,
Dom,
so sorry.
Dom, what are you
Forgive me.
drinking?
Well, it's just the regular. It's the Breckenridge porter, but
Yeah.
it's if you see the glass, I don't know if you can tell or not. That's the
What's
corpse.
the pod
the
pod
corpse
glass?
and the
Yeah.
bottom
Yeah.
of it. I don't want to spill it. The bottom of the glass is blood red. It's like the
Ooh.
whole
Hell yeah.
bottom of the mug's blood red. And
Nice.
you can't tell
Cool.
because I got beer in it, but it's fucking badass.
Where'd you get
Nice.
it from?
The CCP store. Their
How
merch
much
store.
was
Very
the glass?
cool.
Was what, probably €20, and then the shipping was €400.
No, it wasn't bad. I was surprised. It wasn't bad. I think it was $20 or yeah, I think it was $20 for the glass. But it was
Yeah.
I bought that and the salt shaker. If you remember the salt shaker, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean,
I
you
bought
don't
them
need
together,
one-
and one came one day, one came like a week later.
I was so proud of CCP when they made their new merch store because now they're doing like on-demand stuff,
And yeah,
like what I do, and so they just send the design to a company, and the company makes it when somebody orders it.
I'll tell
rather
you,
than
this mug
having
is
to
high
put it on
quality. Yeah.
like keep it in stock. It's so great.
Nice and thick. You know, like thick glass. It's a good mug.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
What do you got?
So I got some cherry 7-Up, and I'm just throwing some. What is this? Some gin in it.
I don't even know. Rubbing alcohol. Who knows?
Yeah, I got some citrus vodka I can do something with later.
Hand sanitizer and table salt.
Oh, what if I put blue curacao in there? Let me get purple.
Why do you have a purple purse down there? What? What did he say?
No, I said if I
Grape spray?
put blue curacao in there, it might make it purple.
Blue.
Oh. Oh!
Make your piss purple as well.
That's fine.
Let's see it.
It just turned
Hold it up.
blue. It's just.
Oh yeah, maybe a little less blue curacao.
Maybe a little more red drink. It's actually kind of a pink drink. So it's
You got
not,
any grenadine? Throw some grenadine in there. Try to balance it out.
I don't.
Get a nice piss yellow. Yeah.
I could
What about
just.
some maraschino cherry syrup? You got any maraschino cherries?
I
in the
have
house?
some like strawberry fruit bars. I could just stick one in there and let it sit in there, but that's
Yeah.
actually more
There
brown
you
because
go.
it's like strawberry and apple. I don't know.
Mm.
I mean, LB at that point,
Brown
it's
fruit
basically doing
bar
a
sounds
Patriot
so
missile.
appetizing.
I have some red paint for Warhammer stuff.
I wouldn't
it?
put paint in your drink.
Water based?
I don't know. It's probably acrylic.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, I wouldn't put
Yeah,
acrylic
I
in
wouldn't
there.
put acrylic in
Water
there.
based, maybe. Acrylic,
What?
probably not.
What brand
Yeah,
is the
but
paint for
what's gonna
Warhammer?
happen?
Is it Citadel? I can't
Let's
remember.
not
Yeah,
drink
Citadel
paint.
brand. Yeah.
You know, just as a standard, huh? Let's
Just
not
huff
drink
it.
paint.
No drinking it. Just huff it.
I mean, huffing. Jury's out. Jury's out. I'm not your dad on that one, but
It's
don't
no. The
drink
jury's
paint.
in on that one. Don't do it. It's pretty dumb.
It's
Okay,
got a little
well,
more
don't
purple.
drink it either. Ugh.
You're not my supervisor.
No,
I
but
could
I'm gonna
be
advise you not to
someday.
do it. It's pretty dumb.
I
I
don't
I
know
just
if
could
hope
be
the
your
Draded isn't
supervisor
one of those
someday.
dirty emperor lovers.
But
Well, anyways,
The Emperor?
yeah.
What do you mean?
Actually, thanks for asking.
To
I'm
the
drinking
Emperor.
scotch. It's the same scotch we had last show, the Balvenie Doublewood 12.
You
It's
said that's not
delicious.
peaty, correct?
It's not peaty and it's not smoky. It's like in the middle.
So
It's good.
It's like how would you describe it then? Like smooth? Because the other
Scotch.
ones are just I just don't stand the peat taste. I can't stand that.
There's no peat taste to it. You might as well be drinking like it's
saying
Or like
scotchy.
Irish whiskey then.
You
So
saying
how does it
peat?
taste different
Or
from,
peat?
say, like bourbon?
It's not as sweet as bourbon.
yeah, I like bourbon.
It's not spicy like rye.
That makes sense. Not as sweet. That's a good. Yeah, yeah.
It's
That's
just the
without
harsh
that
out.
peaty.
It's,
But then you get that charcoaly, smoky flavor in some of them, and it's just I just can't.
There's a
stand that.
little bit of peat, not a lot of smoke.
Eat.
A little bit of peat.
I'm
You're
all
saying
about the
I think that's because of the
Peat.
barrels they use, probably.
Yeah.
PEAT.
Yeah. Peat,
Not
peat
not
moss,
not
basically.
not like Peter.
No,
The
not
brand,
Peter.
the brand you're drinking, LB, do you know if they use sherry or if they use bourbon barrels?
Let me have a
What do
look.
they even say?
It's a single malt, so I bet it says.
It's in 2 different types of oak casks.
Cask of a month.
The European oak sherry casks is the second one, and the first one is traditional whiskey oak casks.
So that's probably bourbon.
Yeah, I mean bourbon style whiskey. Yeah.
No, if they're talking about whiskey on a Scotch bottle, it's not a bourbon. We're talking about real
Not true.
whiskey. So it's in a Scotch, your basic standard Scotch cask for the first one, and then they finish it in a sherry cask. Gives
That
it
makes sense.
fruity.
Because of that. Yeah.
Doesn't it like have to be
Honey
made in
dips.
Scotland to be called to technically be a Scotch?
Yes.
I find that so weird. Like it has to be like this area matters. It's like, but what if you did the exact same brewing process in the exact
You
same
call it whiskey.
barrels
Yeah.
in a different place? That it doesn't change. Like you can make something
So-
exactly like Scotch in the U.S. and it technically wouldn't be Scotch. That's
You have to
That's right.
import the peat moss though, probably.
You could call it
Right.
Scotch whiskey, but you have to put an E in it.
Scotchy
Oh, that would piss
whiskey.
some Scottish
I
people
gotta
off.
put
Oh,
an
like
E
like
in
E in the
it.
whiskey.
Spell it with
Yes.
American style, not
That's legit.
Scottish style.
That's what you do. Really?
Scotch whiskey doesn't have an E in the word whiskey.
Yeah.
but that's because it's from Scotland. If you make the same whiskey in America, like it's the same exact procedure, you find a peat moss bog, you find some barrels, you do the same fucking thing. It's still Scotch whiskey. You've done the same thing, but now you have to put an E in the word whiskey because it's not made in Scotland.
That's all you have
And
to
the
do. That's,
EU has
that's
some.
pretty fucking ridiculous, right?
It
Come
is.
on.
Yeah.
But it's like Wagyu beef. Like real Wagyu beef comes from Japan. But just because you stole some semen from fucking a lab in Holland and you made your own Swedish fucking Wagyu beef, it's not a real Wagyu beef.
Oh, you
You know
better
what I mean?
spell it
That's why you
differently.
see,
You better
like,
spell it differently. Yeah.
You get that
You better
guy in
put a T in
Montana.
there.
That guy in Montana
was-
can clone it a bit.
That was
Oh
oddly.
yeah, there's
specific.
Wagyu beef that's grown in America, and you'll
Oh,
see
without
it'll
these
say like
you're right, Red Line.
Wagyu style beef grown in America.
Style.
Did you say that was oddly specific?
Yeah.
Yes,
it was.
that was oddly specific. Like you.
I-
like
so
you
I
style.
watched a documentary called Steak.
Okay.
I think it was called Steak. It's on Netflix.
Steak. Yeah.
Thank goodness.
And it talked about like the differences between like American beef and European beef and Wagyu beef. And it was like in
The
Europe,
genetics.
in Europe, like cows are not built. They're bred as working animals. Like they pull plows, they give you milk, and then you can eat them when they get old and not useful anymore. So they're not like farmed like they do in America. Like there's not big old pastures with just beef cows in it. There's
Getting
smaller
fat here and
pastures
there,
with
yeah,
like
yeah.
proper animals in it, and so the beef is not as good as it is in America. And they don't eat it in large pieces like they do in the States, right? Like you can go to Europe and get like a 20-ounce ribeye, but it's gonna be hard to find a place like that.
Not
But in
here,
the
yeah,
States,
that's-
it's
small one.
farmed en
24
mass, like
ounces.
big giant ranches, and you can get like a big fucking porterhouse. And
It's not even giant
24
ranches. Like,
ounces,
some
yeah.
of the a lot of them are just like have them in feedlots. So we actually had one as a customer, and it was this place where it's like it was big, but the area was, I mean, probably like 20 acres, which sounds like a lot until you like see it, and it's like they have like 50 to 60,000 head of cattle in there, and it's basically
Yeah, yeah.
like
Corn-fed beef,
you'd have
baby, is what
pens
you
like
want.
the size of my apartment, and it'd have like 40 cows in it.
but that's
And-
like the last stop before the slaughterhouse is the feedlot.
Right? Yeah, it's like they just feed them there, give them the antibiotics, keep them, and then
Yeah, so
And
they're
then
they're
they ship
raised
them
on a
off.
ranch, and then they're sold at auction to a feedlot. The feedlot gathers them up en masse, and then they take them to the slaughterhouse after that.
yeah, okay.
We have the same thing in Canada, right? Feedlots as well.
Yeah, it was terrible. I hated that place because you could
yeah.
smell it about 3 miles before you
Sure,
got there.
smells like Iowa.
Right. So, anyways, the only specific reference comes from that documentary where they talk about Wagyu beef and how it's only found in Japan. And then there's like this ominous music plays, and they talk about this Swedish billionaire who is like, I want Wagyu beef, but I want to have it in Sweden. So there was like this corporate espionage, like industrial espionage thing where like this farm in Japan was sending eggs and semen to a lab in Holland to have them test it and make sure it's good to go. And somebody stole it from that lab, took it to Sweden, and then they've like fucking made their own Wagyu beef. Crazy.
Yeah, it's the
What I've seen in restaurants is like, at
100%
least in
agree.
like the higher end ones, like in Vegas, if you want the legit Japanese beef, it will actually be graded A1 through 5. And yeah, the A5 is the Kobe Wagyu beef that everybody talks about. And I think I remember seeing like a sirloin was like $300 if it was A5.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't think I paid that much for
Um,
one steak.
Also, let's get through this this thing.
Round the horn. Redline, what are you drinking?
Wait, hold on. Nerf Viking.
Oh yeah, Nerf Viking. Well, why is this all out of order? Damn
I'm
it.
here.
Because
I'm
you're
here.
looking at Discord.
What is the drink?
I am making some good old fashions.
Oh,
Oh, nice. Question:
Answer.
Are you using bourbon or rye?
I am using Pendleton Rye 12 year.
Ah, very nice. How many cherries are you putting in it?
0 because I'm out of cherries.
Oh,
How many
fuck,
would
okay.
How many would you put in it?
Yeah, if
I
you
would
did have
put-
cherries.
I would put 3.
I like your style.
I
Oh.
like cherries.
Red Line's at the top because he's got the the thing on
We ain't
for
going on
the
with
Paul
it, yeah.
fight.
Right.
Don't snitch. Don't snitch. Snitches
Oh.
get stitches.
Redline, do you drink anything?
The blood of No, I can't say that on stream.
Blood of Jesus Christ?
No, not
So wine?
No,
I would say
LB
loaded
knows.
24/7.
LB knows the blood.
I know,
Anyways,
So you know what
I'm
pairs well
actually
with wine is
drinking some cherry cola, anxiously awaiting in the next few hours when an influencer gets his ass whooped on live television.
sick.
In 1 hour or about 40 minutes, right?
In like an
11
hour and a
p.m.
half.
Eastern.
Oh,
be
okay. So it's 2
yeah,
hours,
so it's like
alright.
it's end of the
Hour
show
and a half,
basically.
whatever, yeah.
Vlad, what do you got?
I'm coming in the same boat. I'm having to drink a Diet Pepsi and Bacardi rum and cola because I'm out of my good rum and I'm out of my fucking regular Coca-Cola minis, so I'm having to like improvise.
It sounds like you're getting screwed in both directions.
It's getting
I know. What I like to do, you know, those little Coca-Cola minis, those things are like perfect for making rum and cokes because I take a cup, I fill it like a third the way full of ice, and I fill it up with rum to the top of the ice, then pour in one of those mini cokes, like there's 8 ounces.
Yep, I
And
get
it's like
Pepsis, but yeah.
exactly, and it's like the perfect rum and coke. It fills it up all the way.
What? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's perfect. It is. Or tall, it's just perfect.
Yeah, and I have no minis and I have no good rum.
I heard
It's a shame.
Bacardi, so I knew that.
Damn.
Yeah, it is a shame. You
Yeah,
know what?
Bacardi is
I
a
consider-
shitty rum.
Actually, I
as far as
consider
I'm
this a
concerned.
failure. You guys had all week long to get shit ready, and you fucked it up.
I'm doing pretty good.
No, you're doing good, LB.
Thanks.
I haven't gone near the liquor store. Damn it!
I'm doing good too. Thank you very
No, you
much.
fucked it up.
You're doing a
How
good
did
job.
I fuck up?
I
I
am
got
just not a heathen,
Domino's.
and I
I'm
have a
watching the fight.
backup plethora of
Hello?
alcohol at all times.
No,
I'm
Mike
living
didn't fuck it
life.
up. I said Vlad fucked it up.
You said we all fucked it up, bro.
Oh, you guys all did fuck it up. Yeah, you're right.
What do you mean?
I don't
How
know.
did I fuck it up, dude? I got pizza. I'm watching the fight. I'm living the life.
I don't know.
Exactly.
Did you get pineapple on the pizza?
Fuck no.
It's just pepperoni. We talked about
It was
this.
just pepperoni and extra
Did you-
cheese. And
I want to
extra
get one of the
pepperoni.
shakaroni pizzas. Have you seen those on TV?
That's Papa John's.
Yeah, I think I tried that. That looks like a lot of pepperoni. I like pepperoni.
Do you remember when we had Joey do the shakaroni challenge?
Yes. Okay, so we in Sinners we had a one night of drinking, and there was a challenge to eat an entire shakaroni and drink 6 White Claws.
What the
And
fuck is a shakaroni?
A
it's
giant
an
ass
extra large
pizza.
pepperoni
You've heard
Giant
Domino's?
ass pizza.
It's a
from
cheap.
Papa John's.
It's a cheap delivery pizza place. It's cheap
Um,
pizza, cheap prices. But
Yeah.
Shaquille O'Neal is one of their
Right.
spokespeople, and he made his own pizza called the Shakaroni, which is just like a pepperoni pizza with like 5 times as much pepperoni on it as a normal pizza would have.
And
Like,
it's
literally
also
like an
like
inch thick of
it's also
pepperoni on it,
18
yeah.
inches.
Not
Well,
80
going on,
cents.
so we had
I'm
someone in
seeing
our
it here.
corps try this challenge of eating an entire shakaroni and drink 6 White Claws, and failed because he puked on stream.
True
Yeah.
fact.
Needless
Well,
to say,
I would puke after
this
one
guy's
White
not
Claw. Those are
Big Ab,
gross.
and we take every opportunity to remind him of his failure because fuck Big Ab.
No, I like to point out people's failures.
EVE
too.
Online. EVE Online
Failure
is a
Online.
game. EVE Online is a game we play.
An MMORPG based on internet
20,
spaceships.
25 minutes in. We'll get there.
We'll get there. We're waiting for the numbers to go up.
I'm waiting
That's
for
all.
I'm waiting for
Oh,
Darwin to get
well,
here. so I
some
can ask him a
numbers. I
question.
don't know if I was talking about this to Redline or talking with Redline about this. I had to log in and check. Have you guys seen what the new ships are going for?
Yeah.
Vegeta?
Oh yeah, fuck.
Nice
yeah,
and cheap, baby.
Fuck. Like
So cheap.
I knew they were going to be
7.2.
expensive. I was expecting the destroyer to be like $500 million, and I was like the battle cruiser might be like a 1 or 2 billion. I was like thinking that out the gate. Holy shit, no.
14 billion.
Yeah,
for the
14
DC.
billion for the Cenotaph right now. And that's the sell orders, so I'm sure
How do
some
you-
people are buying those. But the even the buy orders, there's like it's a little over 11 billion for the buy orders. That's like a fucking
Yeah.
Zern cost. And then the destroyer is going for like 6 billion in the sell orders, 4.2 billion in the buy orders for a destroyer.
I think out in our area
Have
was
you seen the
7.2.
Cenotaph that died?
And then, yeah.
No,
The one that
I
was
haven't.
like faction, not faction fit, but like MetaFit.
It was civilian fit for me.
Civilian fit. Civilian fit. There you go.
Oh,
Why?
Oh,
I mean,
fuck.
if you're gonna dump like 15 billion on a battle cruiser, you might as well be like, what's another like 3 or 4 billion? Just fucking fit that thing up full blue.
Nope. I
Like,
saw
that-
that.
there's no
It was-
reason
It was a blue kill, and it was done deliberately for
Oh.
a meme.
Okay,
So that's why it was all
Boo.
civilian kit.
if you want
I mean,
a
you
meme
wanted
kill,
to
just
kill
fit
Mel,
it.
It's
Fit,
obvious.
I know, but if you want a meme kill, fit it up meta and actually just go roaming with it and lose it. Like, but then people are like,
I
fucking
agree.
kill
That would be,
board.
I look at the kill I got.
my
Yeah,
kill
yeah,
board's
yeah.
all red now.
Yeah. That's exactly
But
what would happen.
It's like grow some balls and go roam in enemy space with it fit like that, pussy. But
It's
Pussy.
not, so what do you expect?
Jesus. What's the name of the
That
new
was a
skills
little-
and
that
what-
was a
and
little
what
harsh,
sec-
but-
that was a little harsh. Yeah. What's the
Nah,
name of the new skills
fuck 'em.
and what section are they in?
All right, so they're in. Fuck, let me see. I think they're in missiles. 'Cause technically, it's a missile.
they're a launcher type, so it makes sense.
Yeah. So you got breacher pod clone efficacy, breacher pod clone longevity, breacher pod launcher operation, which is the one you got to do first, by the way.
Yeah.
Breacher pod projection, breacher pod rapid firing.
So
Those are the
rapid-
5 skill books.
Rapid fire reduces the rate. Projection, is that just flight time or
Range?
basic
I'm
distance?
seeing
Yeah, flight time.
5 of them, right? You said 5, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And none of them you can do like automatic.
No, you can't. You can't inject any of them from the skill queue.
That's fucking
You
ridiculous.
have to go to Zarzak.
Well, or
Oh,
something has to do with
Zarzak.
formula.
They're gonna be super expensive. I bet they're in Gita too, but they're probably really expensive because people are just transferring.
So I'll tell you, because we figured it out Tuesday. I went to the thing in Zarzak and saw how much they were.
Okay,
If
then.
the day that I did it, one piece of Atom was going for 3.698 million ISK in Jita. So the 5 skill books, the efficacy was 385 Atom, longevity was 510, operation was 230, projection was 385, rapid firing was 385. If you bought enough out of them to get all 5 skill books, you were looking at 7 billion ISK for 5 skill books.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's way more in Jita because right now there's one clone efficacy one, and it's basically
Mhm.
just under 4 billion. You
Yeah.
have cheapest one for the clone longevity is 2.5 billion.
Where are you looking
This
in
is
Jita?
Jita. Launcher
In
operation
Jita?
is 1.8. Breacher pod is 2. So you're going to be spending probably like 14 billion on skill book. 10 to 14.
If you bought them from Jita
Yeah.
off the market, right? How much
That's
is out of them right now?
It's spell it ADA V.
ATAVUM.
ATA. Looks like about 5 million a piece.
Okay, yeah. So my prices are old, but still, like that's a crazy amount
It's a bit.
because your Cenotaph blueprint crate is 2,390 out of them in Zarzak. And how much is the out of them going for in Jita?
5 million each on the sell
Okay.
orders. It looks about 3.7 million on buy orders.
Okay, so 5.
Yeah,
So 2390.
Although it quickly
Nice.
goes up to 6 because I mean once if
Nice.
someone bought like 60 of them, it'd go up to like 6 million a piece then.
So it's 12 billion for a Cenotaph BPC right now.
12
What are the
billion.
materials on that? Do you know? Is it
Damn.
They're
not Tech 2
not.
materials,
They're
right?
this. There's no. I think it's pirate ship materials.
Okay.
So they're not crazy. Let me see.
Okay, so the prices
it's
on the
12
Jita for
billion
the
to get
Cenotaph is it's not really like that overpriced based on the cost of materials. To get the
100%. Yeah,
blueprint.
12 billion for the blueprint.
That'll go down. When,
16 billion isn't that crazy for the price of the
yeah,
ship. though,
that'll
really.
go way down when Atom starts flooding the market more. And
Yeah, the materials to build it are fucking nothing. It's titanium, pyrite, Mexilon, Isogen, Noxium, Zydrine, Megasite, and then they throw in those auto integrity preservation seals and life
course.
support backup units. So it's no different than any other T1 battle cruiser you're going to build,
No
except they
special
throw those 2
materials,
components in. There's no PI, there's no moon goo.
No
It's
special.
just fucking No special
Drifter
fucking other
thing or-
bits,
yeah,
bits or
okay.
bobs or fucking
Nice.
other
You know, so-
fucking shit.
So really, 12 billion. If you're selling it for 16, you're making a good profit. I mean, honestly, yeah.
Well, it's selling for 14 is the one on
Oh,
the
the four.
market.
Well, it's
Yeah.
still 2 billion profit basically.
Yeah.
Love you.
Hell yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna
Um,
do it. I can find one on the market and buy it, but
I doubt there's many of them
Yeah.
flying around though.
Okay. What do you want to talk about first? Let's talk about the sale. There's a sale on 25% off Plex.
yeah, I think
Hmm.
those are great. You know why?
Why?
Because I like money. Not real money, because I spend
I
that
like
on
money.
my fake money, which I love
Right.
my fake money.
Hmm.
I like money.
I like real and fake money. I like them both.
There's also if you haven't logged in yet, there's Plex.
Have you been doing the logins? There's a daily login.
There
going
is
on.
daily logins.
Yep. They just actually switched the order of some of them.
Oh, did
Thank
they?
goodness for
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
People
you
were
don't have to-
complaining that if you didn't get every single day, you weren't going to get the big reward, unlike other login rewards campaigns that they've had
Mhm.
recently, where the big one is like 5 days before the end, and then the other 5 are just like filler.
Yeah, but in the
Filler
past, it was
rewards?
always the big one was on the last day. I like it.
It
I-
used to,
don't-
but it-
don't fuck around. You know what? There should be penalties.
yeah, but I mean, like, it's one thing if it's for like a 5-day thing, but it's kind of like most people can't log in literally every single day for a month on end or something.
Are you
And this is
kidding me?
for 2 weeks basically.
Not
but-
play, log in. If you
Yeah.
don't have 10 seconds to sit down in front of your computer, then you know what? I don't
What
want
if
you
you
playing
were
my
out
game
of
anyway.
town? What
I
if
don't
you're
want
out
you
of
playing my game anyway. Get a fucking
Wow,
laptop.
dude.
Nah, that's
That's a little hard.
no.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
fine with them
insane.
giving a few days
you know what?
grace
As I
period.
was saying that, I felt like, wow, I'm being
Yeah,
a dick here.
I'm fine with giving a few days grace period. So I'm guessing they swapped the 100,000 with the, I think
Yeah,
the 50,000 they put at the end now, and now 100,000's at like day 10 or 11 or something like that.
That's correct. Yeah, it's day 10 for the
And I don't
75,000, 100,000 point.
Did they forecast
Rewards.
this giveaway at all? I don't remember
Common
seeing any
Arcade's
advertisement
fun.
for it. And I had
Forecast?
I
What do you mean,
logged
like-
in every day. So I mean, I caught it on the first day, but I don't remember them talking about an upcoming giveaway. Did they?
On
I don't
on
think
one of
so,
the
maybe.
blogs talking about the Revenant expansion, they talked about a
They
login
did. Okay.
reward.
All right, there you go. I missed it, so I didn't. But I
missed it too.
log in every day, so I didn't really miss it. You know what I mean?
Well, I log in when there's login rewards.
I log in no matter what every day to check shit. I don't know. Make sure I'm actually still where I'm at. People are out to get me, so I got to watch it.
Yeah, so
Who's-
on the
Who's out to
on the
get
Revenant
me?
is Here blog, the last couple of paragraphs talk about hitting Revenant at warp speed, and they talk about 2 weeks of login rewards
So I saw some skill points in there, some
and Twitch
Skinner
drops.
stuff, some boosters. I think it's Quaif thing. I've tried. I love the Quaif ones.
Yeah, I think the day one gives you the skill book for the mercenary dens.
Yes, it
Yeah.
did. Yeah.
Mercenary
Yep.
Den management
That's what
helps
it
you
is.
manage mercenary dens.
What you need to get the new ships.
Yeah.
Right to help get the new ships.
It's one of 2 ways to get them.
One,
Yeah.
two. Yeah, it's 1, 2.
Your
Yeah, so yeah.
alliance lets you drop them.
Stick it on. Yeah.
Whose alliance wouldn't let them drop them?
On the goons, I think, wasn't it?
Probably because it can disrupt.
I imagine it's
No, it
very,
can
very
disrupt
Keep it
like
in
usage of the
space.
system. So I think that I would guess that they're going to regulate, like put them in these systems where we're like using those systems to farm the new stuff. Don't put them in these systems where people are actively like crabbing. You know.
Yeah, why would-
probably
why
so.
would you
remember
not?
too?
If you have the ability to regulate it, why would you not? Right? It just makes sense.
Yeah. I mean,
And
just
keep in mind
it's-
too, though, these things are supposed to be like siphons, so nothing says you can't go drop it on the enemy system, on the enemy's planets to try to fuck
No,
with their workforce.
Yeah,
That's,
but
that's
I mean,
not
like
true.
you're gonna
Vlad.
drop.
I said you can't do that.
No, I feel like yeah, you can do it that
Fuck
way,
off.
but I mean,
I'm gonna find all your skyhooks, Dom, and I'm gonna drop mercenary duns.
Nope.
I was
said
like,
you
if you
can't
get
do
a
it.
mercenary den and you drop
said
it on
no
a
one's gonna
goose
tell you you can't do it.
skyhook,
I just did. You
it's
can't
gonna
do it.
get reinforced very quickly, and if you try and come, I'm not saying that they aren't gonna work. I'm just saying using them offensively versus other people, I think is gonna be.
It's an annoyance
a bit
factor. If you
difficult.
like to annoy your enemy, go do it. I mean, it's kind of fun.
That's exactly what siphons
Yeah,
were.
Exactly.
And the whole point. And siphons were even easier to kill because the OG siphons had like no reinforced timer.
Right.
So if you caught one, You just
killed
like,
it,
Drop, you
Yeah.
dropped a dread or a super or titan, just insta kill.
Well,
But
you
they,
wouldn't even,
they
you know, you
dropped
could do it as a
fast though. It
destroyer.
wasn't like a
If
structure
they
to
weren't-
anchor. You just
you could do it as
dropped
a
it.
destroyer if people weren't watching it.
Yeah, you just dropped it and it just started working, and you just come back in like 3-4 hours and just grab some Moongu, or they'd
I
kill
couldn't
it.
give a fuck about the Moongu. All I know is it made me happy that it hurt the other guy. I didn't ever go collect the shit up. I just dump it in space. I didn't care about the stuff. I just knew it was hurting the other guy.
I
and
kind
that
of
made
wish
me laugh.
these. I
I
kind of wish
just
they had a
enjoyed
little
that
bit
shit.
more of like a siphon effect, like you could actually steal PI, like from. I don't know how they do that.
Actually,
you kind
that
of
actually
are.
would be cool. That would be pretty cool. CCP, please give us a legit siphon that steals PI.
Yeah, the only thing that was like, I mean, it would because if you
you help
don't
Mavi beg
launch it
people?
up into the customs office or put it through
That would be
Skyhook,
glorious.
then I mean, are you just stealing it right off the planet? I'd be fine with that. Like honestly,
No,
it's like,
out,
oh, you
out
have
of the, no, out of the sky. No, I guess that's new mechanic.
because like
Off the
generally you
planet.
don't launch it up to the Skyhook or the customs office until you're ready to go grab it. You don't just like put it in the customs office and leave it. I don't. I mean, maybe some
They
people do.
need, they need to make a planetary bombardment come back, and you'd be able to bombard some of these temperate planets and hurt their workforce.
Hey, Maximus.
Bombard, plasma planets and hurt their power output, or storm. What is it? Plasma and storm, or whatever the two planets they can get power from. You should have shit like that. Why not?
I think
That'd
it's
be
like
fun. Disrupt people's shit.
So when they talk about mercenary dens, they also talk about Vanguard in the same spheres
Yeah.
a lot of the times. And they're talking about that's going to be a tie-in to Vanguard. So there may be an option for you to play Vanguard and launch your little Vanguard clones onto people's temperate planets and disrupt their workforce
Oh, that'd be so
that
cool.
way. You know what I mean?
Maybe
a
that's how
potential.
you
I would
steal
love
the
to see
PI.
Vanguard be.
You go on the
be
planet and
people
all the
inside the breacher
crates,
pods.
all the crates you open up like as
Yeah.
loot in Vanguard. When you like upload it, you're like, that's people's fucking
I'd love to be able to join Breacher Pod Vanguard.
cryoprotectant solution.
Yeah.
That's people's fucking synaptic synapses or whatever.
Now, Dom, that would be a really cool
Synaptic.
scenario.
Wouldn't that
for
be fun?
Vanguard.
For both
That'd
games,
be a
it'd be kind
really
of fun
cool
for both
game
games.
type.
Yeah.
Maybe also
Even-
add one
it wouldn't have
where-
to affect either. It wouldn't even have to affect the other game.
Right.
It just
Yeah, it
that
doesn't have-
model would be fucking fun. That
Yeah.
map would be
Yeah.
cool.
I mean, well, now that they've got passive moon harvesting back, now Siphons 2.0. Let's have them. I like the Siphon idea. Good.
You have like a fucking 15-hour
Go
battle
ninja
inside a
in there,
Titan.
give
Yeah,
someone
well,
the suck,
if
and
you're
then run
gonna-
off. You know.
If you're gonna have a siphon, you gotta make sure that there's a lot of stuff worth siphoning first.
Moongu.
Oh, you know what they should do
There's
with the
passive
Breacher Pod
Moongu back
stuff?
again.
Really
We're
wanna,
talking about that. Is that what we're talking about, or no?
what? Just what are you gonna turn it into?
I don't know. You just go fucking sell it. Who gives a shit?
We're not talking
How you
about
gonna
Breacher
s-
Pod
you're
yet,
gonna-
okay.
What do you mean? How you're gonna sell it? You're gonna card it from enemy space home?
I'll sell it.
Yeah.
Sell the
What if
shit
you
out
don't
of
make
stuff.
it out?
Then
it
that,
blows-
hey,
blows
that's
up.
the
Either
risk.
way, they
That's the
lose.
risk of stealing
Either way,
shit.
they lose. Yeah.
Like, it's like the same with the keys. How are you gonna make it out? You know,
I-
you go steal someone's
Thank
ESS,
you.
steal someone's ESS tokens. How are you gonna get out? You fucking either
I
fly
like to
out
be a
or
cutie in a good
fly
way.
out, filament out. I don't know. Get out though.
Sure.
I'm
Get
not gonna be.
in,
I'm telling
Get
you,
out.
I'm-
Get
I'm-
going.
If can you know how like you cargo deposit the little ISK tokens into people's citadels and you asset safety them out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you, if you cargo deposit something into someone else's citadel, can you then sell it on the market there?
Can
Does it
you
go
or
into
can
a
they?
hangar or does it go into a different thing though? That's the
It
only
goes
thing.
into your personal hangar.
Oh,
Yeah,
then
but you
yeah, I
have
would assume you can
to-
remote sell it. Yeah, if you have the skill.
If there's a
but
market in that,
Only.
if there's a market in that
That's true.
structure,
Yeah.
yeah. If there's a market in there,
That'd be hilarious.
You have
Imagine you're
that
like, oh, I'm gonna
access to the
stash this, and
market
then you
as
like
well.
deposit $2 billion worth of shit in someone's structure. It's just locked in there for. I guess you could
Don't
asset
you have
safety
to have
it.
access to the market as well?
I don't know. That's what I'm
Like,
asking.
I thought that the caveat to that mechanic was that you like if you posited it into an enemy structure, like you had to asset safety it, like you had to. Pay
You
to
could
get
you
out.
could remote contract it and fire sale it. I know that's
Yeah.
Dom's favorite thing to do, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's you're still paying to get it out, right? Because you're selling it at a discounted rate, so that's
yeah,
be
but
considered you
a
paying it.
discounted rate's still more money than
Well,
zero.
so
You
I
still
give it a
took
shot,
their
yeah.
shit and they're selling it back to them.
true.
That feels good.
True facts.
Yeah.
That is true.
Now
Feels
whether
great.
or not they'll buy it, I don't know.
Doesn't feel as good as like jet canning the stuff. That feels way better.
Like jet canning it and then shooting it.
Yeah, jet canning it and shooting
Oh,
it.
fuck
Exactly.
you.
Right.
I like it.
That's what we did. That's what we did back in NC back in the days.
I've done that before. What was it? I was in some Rome. We went into some belt where they were like jet can. They all the ships warped off, but they were jet can mining, and so we just shot all their jet cans. They got all upset. Just fucking blew up all their ore and shit.
back in the battle days when we were killing GOTG, we in Sinners we did what we called black frack, where we would go to any moons that were in GOTG space, mine all of their moon ore, and then jet cannon and blow it up while they watched us.
We did not jet can it. We took it back and sold it.
I didn't. I jet canned every single bit that I mined, and I blew it up every single time. Because I'm a bastard. Huh?
The best part was that we refined the ore, and Loith used all the minerals to build all the fighters for all the NC carriers that we would lose. So, like, anytime GOTG killed our fighters, it was, who cares? Because we're building new fighters with their ore.
I think you're romanticizing it.
Ore's free if you mine it yourself.
Black Frax was not about taking the ore. It was about taking it away from them. Right. Do you remember the one time we had, what was his name? We had that guy, we baited him to like drop on my carrier, and then we killed all of his whole fleet? I don't remember his name.
That.
You don't remember that?
I just remember the one time someone in DICE got his Nyx tackled and killed, and I think Brother Bob or Blazing Buddy formed up a fleet to save it, and it was fun. Nyx died, but...
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, Dominar.
Hi.
Let's talk about EVE Online.
Yeah.
We are talking about EVE Online.
I want to talk about
let's talk about we'll talk about the lore a bit, and then we'll move on to fucking not lore stuff.
The what?
The lore portion of it. So the cloaky structure that was in Zarzak, you know, the warden.
Oh yeah, sure.
The cloaky structure is known as the warden. So that's decloaked, and then on that structure, the warden, there are two other structures on it. Research stations. One of them deals in Atom, and the other one deals in encrypted infomorphs, and that's where you get the new skill books and the BPCs. There's not a whole lot of info on what the warden is, but that's where like the tech for striker clones is what they're calling them, which is what it goes in the Scarab breacher pods. And the tech for the new Deathless ships all comes out of the warden. So Upwell
if you put Marines
obviously
in your cargo hold, can you mitigate the damage of a breacher pod?
No, you cannot.
What if you put Stripper?
You should be able to do that, right? They're just people breaching your ship. You got extra Marines on board.
Everyone,
you should be able to mitigate some of the damage.
That would be cool, but CCP, please.
I think they should think about it.
They should think about it.
That would be cool if you could put like various things of cargo into your ship to give you bonuses. Like you have an Amar ship, you put a Pax Amario, and it gives you like a 1% boost to all your stats.
All ships should have fuel bays, no matter what.
Or you put a Max Amaria, and it gives you like plus 2%.
As you run out of fuel in your frigate, as you're fucking Rome.
It'd be funny if like they started having roles for all the various like personnel you can like. Marines reduce the damage taken from
gas
breachers.
Station attendant to be a real thing in EVE.
Janitors increase
Freeport gas stations everywhere.
Janitors increase repairing versus breacher drones.
What do exotic
full service gas? Yeah. Oh, that gives you increased lock time because you guys are all happy.
Exotic dancers reduces the duration. It wears the map.
No. It makes you lock shit faster. You're fucking all happy and primed and ready to
like that. Morale is higher, so the crew is working harder. So your ship just performs just a little bit better. A little bit more tracking, a little bit more speed on your reppers.
That fucking tracks. That's what that would work.
Make it like 1%, so it's not like abusable, but it's like actually
not even. I would say not even 1%. Like.
If you put strippers, if you put exotic dancers and Marines and like spirits in your hold, then you end up with You need to have janitors because they'll make a fucking mess.
Yeah.
Yep. Fuck yeah! You know
But
what?
Albie, if you're
Imagine
gonna
how
put,
complicated Eve would be if you had to do that. If you had to convey
Tobacco, spirits,
I mean,
Yeah.
it's a pretty simple
frozen
game now,
foods.
so I mean, might make it a little more complicated, I guess.
but Albie, if you put Marines in your ship, don't you have to put crayons for maximum effect?
We do, yeah. Yeah. I don't think we have crayons as an item, but we absolutely.
Need to have crayons in there for upkeep.
Crayons, tobacco, spirits, they'll keep their morale up so they stay alive longer. And if you don't, they'll just start to get out. And so your
Brad, you
count of
just about
Marines will
killed
start
me.
to go down very slowly as you travel around.
What, Dom?
You just about killed me. That hurt my chest and stuff when you said that's crayons. Fuck.
Dude, what do you think happens? I've spent
I
like
had
the
a
majority
drink- I had a
of
drink in
working
my
with
mouth when
military
you said
people.
The
All
cherry,
right,
the red ones, cherries.
I want to talk about the expansion blog.
Yeah, what's that?
It's the
Is it a
big
is it a
blog.
big bag you get?
It's I put a link in the chat there. Revenant is here. It's got a bunch of fucking topics to go over, like the deathless ships, the mercenary dens, Skinner stuff in it, some community inspired improvements, ship info window,
Oh, hey.
Vanguard. They talk about Vanguard.
This is the most current patch
Parchment
note.
changes,
Is that what you're talking
The
about?
parchment changes, and some nerfs.
This is the
Yeah.
patch notes, right? No,
That's part of the community inspired improvements part of the Revenant blog. The
Not
patch notes is separate.
Yeah,
Okay,
So we'll
that's
pull
what-
up the
That's why-
patch notes after we talk about
Inspired.
this.
It's inspired by one person.
I just want to make sure we're on the same page.
we're on the Revenant is your one. Yeah, the Vanguard thing at the end of
The one you linked?
the trailer.
Nice job.
Yeah, it should, yeah. There's a trailer like it shows the end, and it's CCP Alpha as the Vanguard clone at the end.
Oh yeah.
Well, you can tell because like when he holds his gun up, you can see words, and it's like it's mirrored because it's facing him, but it says Alpha. I'm like, got it.
What the fuck are you talking about?
And the Revenant
Oh,
expansion
yeah.
trailer at the end, it shows like a Vanguard
Oh,
clone.
the trailer. I'm looking for
Yeah.
an image of this. Not okay. At the end of the trailer. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I just saw it. I was like, oh,
I
it's
didn't
Alpha.
listen. I wasn't listening. I didn't pay attention. It's my fault.
Oh, the Viking thanks for the resubmain.
Okay.
X is
Deathless
calling
ships.
all time, baby. Oh, these
You want to
ships
talk about the deathless ships?
look cool.
Are
don't
they? Have they ruined the game like Reddit said they would?
No, I think they're too expensive to do anything negative at this point.
No, they're
Mhm.
taking money out of the game like the fucking champs. They
Well,
should
they're
be.
not taking it out. They're just it just transfers hands.
Yeah, to mine, hopefully, but it probably won't work that way. I'm not going to make any of them or do any of the effort to make them, so I probably won't get any of the profit, will I?
Right.
Mm-mm.
No, you won't.
Damn it.
Unless you
think the-
start farming encrypted infomorphs, but we'll get to that.
Okay. The design of them is kind of cool. You like a Ferox with a little extra wing on it, and
Yeah.
the other one kind of looks like a Venture, kind of, right? A little bit.
Similar.
Kind of, yeah.
But there, I think the
Like
Destroyer
a,
model
like a
is way cooler.
Smeeple and a Jackdaw kind of fucking smashed
Oh.
together.
Now I see the Jackdaw in it for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that the model for the Destroyer, the Tholos, right,
Yeah.
Yeah.
is way cooler than the Cenotaph.
Yeah.
Did I get things right?
The Cenotaph is the battle cruiser.
Yeah. I think the Destroyer looks cooler than the Battlecruiser does.
Really? I think the
Yeah.
battle cruiser looks cooler.
Yeah.
It looks like a Ferox and a tornado
Yeah.
smashed together,
Yeah.
which is
it
neat.
Looks like a
kinda
bit,
looks like
yeah,
a-
bit tornado with a Ferox. I thought it almost had like a
I was
Blackbird
thinking
look to
especially
it
like
as well,
Ferox,
but
maybe, but
I could be crazy.
I like all the pipes and tubings that come off them, though. Once again, I probably already said this last week, but the
Yeah.
art team, once again, fucking grand slam. These guys are fucking really. They've been on their A game for a long time on these shit
Yep.
designs. I mean, there was days where it was stupid. You know, when you had the chick with the suitcase, that's kind of dumb.
You know,
But even
yeah.
then, even that compared to other things out there, that our team still was great. Okay? I wish I could do that shit.
All right. We'll talk about the ships when we get to the patch notes because there's more details in there.
Yeah.
The mercenary dens. Has anyone fucking built a mercenary den or trained a mercenary den or
No.
anything like that?
I've not.
If it's a structure that reinforces, I probably haven't touched it.
Hmm.
I don't know if I've trained it. Shit.
I know I picked up a Mercenary Den BPO, and it's in research right now, and I'm training Mercenary Den management
What is that
as
under?
we speak. Mercenary Den management is under. I don't know.
I don't either. That's what I was asking.
I do not have that category.
Motherfucking, it's probably under structure
Probably.
management.
I would think.
Yeah, structure management. Mercenary Den management is right there. You need anchoring 3 to do it. Mercenary Den management's right there. Each level of Mercenary Den management allows you to anchor an additional Mercenary Den
Oh.
with a maximum of 5.
There we go. Mercenary Den Management 4. Now training at 5.
How expensive is a Mercenary Den?
No, they give it to you. There was the giveaway, the first day giveaway. So you don't have to buy
For
it.
the
That's
skill
the
book,
skill
yeah.
book. That's not. I
Oh,
mean,
for
like
the
the
actual
actual
den, you mean? I don't
den,
know.
the den themselves.
Um,
I'm in Jita. Let me see
hold
what
on.
That is the actual name of them, correct? The Mercenary Den.
Yeah, Mercenary Den. Looks like they're going for. They're 25 million in Jita. That's pretty cheap.
Yeah, they're not expensive.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, so you can just drop these disposably.
And you can buy the BPO in Jita or in Zarzak, in the Fulcrum for 100 million ISK.
Does take 3,000 M3 of space. So you'd have to use a hauler.
Does it?
Yeah, I just looked at
volume 50 meters cubed.
Wait, was that maybe I was looking at it like when it's deployed?
So it's
I looked at the wrong. No. Oh, it has a capacity of 3,000 M3. That's not its.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Volume. Yeah. Okay. Shit, you could bring it.
I think the intent is like, once it fully goes live, because it's not fully enabled yet, right? On the 26th is when the tactical operations come into effect, and that's when it will start producing. What is it? Fucking Anarchy or something else?
Anarchy and Development.
Yeah, there you go.
You notice how they kind of look like a certain heavy assault ship?
Like a Munin?
I don't know if that's on purpose.
Mm.
Because it is definitely Munin shaped.
So I think the intent is like you could put it in a cruiser, and you can go anchor it, and then you can run the mercenary tactical operations in the cruiser that you've anchored it in, and then when you're done, you can pick it back up and carry on.
So you just access it like a structure, right? Once you put it down.
Yeah. Right now, the people I know who've put them down and are farming them, they're making anywhere from 85 to 115 encrypted infomorphs an hour, which doesn't seem like a lot when you start looking at like the amount of infomorphs that's required.
What is the amount?
Things like for a Cenotaph blueprint, you're looking at 67,200 encrypted infomorphs. So if you're doing 100 infomorphs an hour, that's 672 hours of Mercenary Den.
That's not a little bit.
I mean, it passively generates that though, right?
Yeah, but still,
and you can put if you put 5 down,
it passively generates it right now. And when on the 26th, when Mercenary Tactical Operations go live, you can make it. I'm sure the amount will go up as you're doing those Mercenary Tactical Operations, right?
Now, do you have to empty like a cargo hold of them, or do they automatically transfer them into something?
Like Drin said, it's 3,000 meters cubed.
Okay, so there's cargo stuff. Okay,
for their hold, but let's see how big an encrypted infomorph is.
Weren't they like 0.1?
I don't know. That's what I was asking.
Yeah, 0.1 meters cubed.
What's up, Seeker?
So there's a lot can fit in small space.
Right. So
Deathless Titan. Are they going to make one of those?
3,000 divided by 0.1. So 30,000. You can fit 30,000 in one fucking Mercenary Den, and that's more than you need for a Cenotaph blueprint.
I've got 14 jump outs. I think that's. I don't think I have max though. Does anybody know what the max number of jump clones?
15, I think.
15.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got one more skill to go.
And CCP should add another one so we get 20 because you can never have too few jump clones.
I don't even know what to do with all of mine.
Oh,
Well, you start having implant
I'm
sets,
forever-
it fills
I've
up
got a
quick,
bunch
like-
everywhere.
Yeah, I destroy them
I
all the
only-
time.
I'm like maxed
I said
out.
13 or 14 at all times that are
Yeah.
that I use.
I don't think I have mine trained up to full 15, but I think I have like 12 or 13 available, and I
must have
have-
it to 4.
I think I have
so
like
14.
11 out there somewhere. So on each character, so it's I don't have a whole lot of extra spots.
What's that under again?
Infomorph psychology.
It's more psychology.
It's under neuro.
Neural enhancement. Neural enhancement.
Yeah,
Neural.
something like that.
Oh, I got them all. I got the full 15. No big deal.
Nice job. I don't want to do 54 days to get one more jump clone. Even though I would use it and be happy to have it, I'm just not going to do it.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
queue. Oh my god, my queue's under 2,000 days. Never mind. I can put it on there.
Yeah, Tanya Falcon. Yeah, we were just talking about that earlier. They got it down a little bit, but like, yeah, there's Cenotaphs in Jita
Santiago,
for 14
what's going
billion. The Tholoses are going for about 6 billion, I think. So that's a little
Why is it
silly.
skill books? I'd buy one
I
of
mean,
those
they're
fuckers right
new,
now.
and there's people are gonna buy it because they just have a shitload of disc, and they're just like, fuck it, I don't care.
What if you don't have a shitload? But you just
Like,
have a
I
button?
want some of these ships, but one, the skill books are really expensive too. I mean, if you were gonna buy the skill books at Jita for all the breacher pod launchers, it's like what 10, 12 billion ish for the skill books.
Yeah.
So
So,
skill
I
books
mean,
have a shit.
Santiago-
Not that expensive. It could be Python expensive.
Santiago, if you do the mercenary tactical operations, you reduce the anarchy in the system and you increase the production of the mercenary den. If you leave the mercenary den alone and you don't do any mercenary tactical operations, it increases anarchy and reduces the workforce produced by the Skyhook. So leaving it alone is the worst thing to do, unless of course you're putting it on someone else's temperate planet. It's doing the missions will help you farm encrypted infomorphs faster. Fact. Science.
Science.
What else?
Facts.
So mercenary
Facts is
dens.
science,
Then
So-
there's corporation projects.
I
Commander
do have a
Legacy?
question about mercenary dens.
Go ahead.
What's that?
So you obviously so say you put them on someone else's. Can they attack the mercenary den to destroy it to get it off?
Yes.
Yeah, it has a reinforced timer though, so they
it
can hit it.
does?
Yeah,
Really?
I think it does. I think it only has one.
So it's kind of like a
Yeah,
Pokemon.
it's like a mobile depot.
Yeah, it's like a
Mobile
mobile depot.
depot,
So
yeah,
you
mobile depot.
I think you go through shield and armor, and then it reinforces for a hull or something like that. Or is it just shield and reinforces, then you go through armor and hull to kill it? I don't remember. One of those two, but
Does it have a damage cap? I don't think so.
I
Well, it
don't know if
probably
it
does
does.
not. I bet it does.
It's got a bit of health. I think it had like 500,000 shields,
'Cause
500,000
Sky-
armor, 500,000 hull. So it's got a bit
Because
of
the
hit points.
Metanox does not have a damage cap, correct? So I bet this doesn't either.
I feel like it
And
would.
damage caps are dumb anyway, so
I agree. Yeah.
I feel like it
I
doesn't
understand it, but I
have
don't
a
like it.
cap, but yeah, I mean it's got a bit of health, but I mean solo it would probably take a bit to reinforce one of these, but if you got like half a dozen bombers or something, you could probably reinforce it. Not too much time.
Well,
gotta
yeah,
buy
I figured it
mercenary.
was a decent question to ask. So
It was a good question.
or dread or super.
I'm buying a Merkable right now. Mechable. I didn't have one. That makes me sad. There are no Tholoses for sale in my new home. That makes
Weird.
me sad.
Weird.
Not
Yeah,
that weird.
1DQ is kind of dead right now.
That's not my new home. New home.
Didn't switch to Brave.
No, I did not switch to
Yeah,
that.
the pos scythe.
That's gonna be
Bring
free
siphons
anyway.
back.
Which I would like to point
Siphons.
out, the home that Brave is picking is their area. I used to hold sovereignty there by myself. If you can look at the sovereignty history of E3, where Brave is going to be staging out of, Clueless Space Nerds podcast.
They don't.
Is
wait,
E3 in Delve or a period basis?
Delve. I
All
held
right,
that whole
fucking
conversation.
Skinner stuff, like brand managers. You guys know anything about brand managers?
You're gonna be able to make
This is what's going to help you sell it,
corpse
right?
skins, but is Alliance skins a thing too, or is it just corpse skins?
Yeah. I think it's the Alliance as well.
Okay.
Brand managers can make skins for use by your corporation or alliance that don't cost the same as regular skins made on Skinner. So if you want to make a skin on Skinner and put it on the market for other people to buy, it'll cost you Plex and sequencers and all kinds of other fucking jobbies to make it and put it out there. A brand manager basically skips all of that, and they can use however much or little Plex or IS they want to sell them, and then they could use Evermarks to pay the fees that you normally pay to Paragon.
Okay. Now, is this a skill that's
An actual
out
good
or
use of
coming out?
Evermarks.
A what?
Go ahead, Flad's question first.
An actual decent use of Evermarks.
Yeah, that's right.
And I was
Yeah.
asking, is this
Yeah.
skill active or is this coming?
I think this is simply a role that you would get. Let me check the
Oh,
skill.
okay.
I don't
Roll,
have
Oh,
any.
not
not a, okay.
And I
Yeah.
think you buy the skins with Evermarks instead of like skin or ISK and stuff. Like normally, if you put the skin on the market that you designed, you sell it for ISK. This allows, I think, your Corp and Alliance members to buy it for Evermarks, but it also limits it to only your Corp and Alliance have access to it.
What's it called again? What's the skill called? Sorry, the
Brand
Con-
manager.
brand manager. Yep, I see it
Yeah.
it's on the list of corporate roles that you can give to people.
Yeah.
Yeah, we we were talking about this like quite a while back. We were like, when are we gonna have like everyone gets the same skin, like take the fleet out, but
Yeah.
I mean I like it. It's a cool idea.
I
I'm sure groups will use it. I don't.
The more control you get for like a court management side of things, the better. I think this is something they've got lots of room to improve on, and they have been doing so. So I'm glad. I like to see this direction.
So
It sounds
Drayden, you need to make a monsoon skin for Habit.
monsoon skin. Well, I would have to be a brand manager. I don't think that's ever.
I'm sure
happening.
you could ask one of the active Habit directors to give you that role.
You know what?
were to
If you
make
came
one.
back to MPX, I'd make you brand manager day one.
Yeah.
Day one.
Day one.
But Santiago, so you still have to pay Plex to make the skins, but I think to sell them you because normally when you sell a skin, there's a tax for ISK. Instead of a tax for ISK, it's just Evermarks, and I think the players can pay that. But for you to make a skin, you still have to. It's still a skin, so it costs Plex to generate it. But
Well, and to Sager's point, it is like the past siphons, and they didn't do a lot siphoning, but they did a lot of grief, and I think this will do the same thing.
yeah, siphons were kind of a pain in the ass. Like
They were grief. They were more griefing than they were about making money. You didn't make money off other people. You
Yeah.
just fucked with them,
I
right?
think I was in TNT when
I was not.
like
I
way
was so
back when
upset.
those came out. But yeah,
No, I was in Fountain Court at the time when those.
Yeah,
came
it was
out.
annoying because we were in
enjoyed the shit out of
TNT. We were
fucking-
up in like the southeastern part of Declan, and people would come through and drop siphons all the time. It was super fucking
Wow.
annoying. You have to go
That's fun.
just clear siphons off left and
I've
right.
got lots and lots of losses on one of my accounts from siphons because I just drop them all every day. I just go drop, and I didn't ever defend them. I just dropped them to annoy the shit out of people. Some of them die immediately. Sometimes they'd like 3 days later they'd be dead. That's fun. I love
You
it.
never wanted to try to loot them, just to let them die.
Every once in a while I would, but I didn't. That wasn't why I did it. Right. I went through the cycle, and I would put the siphons on the same structures because I knew it annoyed the shit out of these people. And I literally would get emails, like in-game mails, that tell me to knock it off. This isn't hurting me at all. I was like, well, you emailed me, so it must be. It's at least annoying you. Otherwise, you wouldn't be fucking
Yeah.
contacting me, right? Yeah.
You went through the effort to send me an email, so obviously it's doing something.
So do something to you, yeah. And I
Give
didn't care
salt, best salt.
Absolutely, yeah. And that's just part of that's why I play the game. I love fucking harassing people. I'm a jerk.
And that's what I
That's who
expect to
Dom
see
is.
the same thing from these
This
guys.
is what I am. I love that aspect of this game. It's just fun to pick on things.
Yeah, Dom, I ran
All right.
a
He crossed
reaction farm, and I think, ironically, I had like 20 passes up, and I think I got one siphon the entire time. and it lasted for a day before I saw it.
I had somebody siphoning me for days, and I didn't know. I just didn't look right. I just days. They contacted me and told me thank you.
Was it an R64?
No, they were like R8s. They were junk.
So we're talking about mercenary dens
Yeah.
as siphons, right?
Yeah.
So I think
Kinda.
you're going to
Yes.
see this in like the larger blocks that hold big swaths of space that aren't regularly policed or frequented, or maybe are occupied by players who aren't really paying attention in this kind of thing. You're going to see people anchoring mercenary dens there, and then leaving them alone to generate that anarchy and having their workforce get reduced. So
well,
the only,
and farm those infomorphs, whatever they're called.
they could farm the infomorphs, or they could leave it alone, and then the first clue that you have a mercenary den somewhere is suddenly you're not, some of your solve upgrades are not working because there's not an appropriate amount of workforce
Mm.
Oh,
being
so if
generated
you
by that
If you
skyhook.
don't turn them into infomorphs, then I won't know about it.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, I'd missed that part. Okay.
So if
That's
I
cool.
let's say I go to your space, Dom, and I put it in a backwater system that only 2 or 3 dudes rat in, and they're not looking at skyhooks and they're not doing anything like proactive in their space. They log on, they rat, and they log off. I go in there, I put a mercenary den on a skyhook on a temperate planet, and then I fucking leave the area and I just let it sit.
And it just
The mercenary tactical operations will spawn. They won't get done, and anarchy will start to be generated in the system. And then your skyhook will start producing less and less workforce,
more
which
anarchy,
means
less workforce. Correct.
which means so at some point you won't have enough workforce for your SOV upgrades to be functioning. So maybe a sino beacon turns off, or a jump bridge turns off, or like the fucking big sites aren't spawning anymore. And
Would you like
that'll
to
be your
apologize to Eve now?
who? What?
You for telling
Me?
me about this? A way to harass
No.
people. This is
I want you to do it. I want you to do it.
I just bought 2 mercenary dens. I'm gonna fucking see what I can do with them.
Dumb.
This is fucking fun. Yeah, I didn't know you could do this passive
Apologize.
thing. That's fucking awesome. Well, but it won't work yet. Yeah. So
Don't
not
you
till-
touch
No, it
my
doesn't work
skyhook,
yet.
Tom.
Not till
Where's
the
it at?
26th.
No, Viking, where is yours? Just
It's-
curious.
it's
I'll actually help
hiding
protect
somewhere.
it. I'll help protect it. Just let me know where it's at.
Dom, it's in UALX.
I'm
Yeah.
sure it
Yeah.
is. Exactly. That's
Ten
why I
Tenerife
just
is-
bought,
Mercenary
that's why I
dens
just
on
bought
every
the dens.
single planet to UALX.
That might be the plan. I don't know. I'm not in the know on that stuff. I'll have to ask Wibla what we're going to do about it. Because
Yeah,
we're
fuck
not.
him.
We're
Just
not.
go ahead and do it.
No. He's my buddy and my boss. And I like.
Dude, it's
where
like
I'm at.
Rage Against
I
the
like.
Machine.
Hey, here's the thing. I like where I'm at. I'll follow the rules.
Yeah.
When I don't like where I'm at, then I don't follow the rules. But I like where I'm at because
Fuck the rules.
I like them.
Dude, fuck the man.
All right. So the next part is community inspired improvements. And the first one they talk about is the new rogue drone relic sites that have been added to drone space. Have you guys seen anything about the new drone sites?
I don't do.
The Red Channel's supposed to be good.
I don't do exploration all that often, but I'll have to go check it out at some point.
So that's Vlad brings up a good point. The loot table. So if you're in, let's say, Sanchez space, exploration is super lucrative because the item that drops from the relic sites is the big item, is intact armor plates, and those sell for a lot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So each region has its own special high price drop that comes out of relic sites. The drone sites, the rogue drones relic sites, have everything. Everything will drop out of them. Not all at once, but like you could get intact armor plates out of one relic site and then go to the next relic site and you could get fucking I don't even know what the other fucking pieces are, but they have
Ward
all
consoles or
ward consoles, like anything. So some of the complaints out of Reddit is like, well, this is going to fuck up the cost of everything because now you can just get everything in.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, so it's a chance that things spawn, and so it's like, yeah, there's more of a chance that you get more valuable stuff, but also that drastically increases the worthless shit that you can get out of them too.
Okay, they're saying this stuff, but they're not giving us any numbers, right?
No.
So what does that? I mean, it's all it's subjective to what are they going to give it. I mean, what they're considering is new and exciting, I might think is dumb and dull.
Yeah.
I need numbers.
Right. Right. So we're gonna have to wait longer than 4 days for the numbers to really come in, right? Because right now it's just the chicken little sky is falling. People on Reddit going like, my exploration, and not realizing that like the thing you're going to use these items for is to build rigs, right? That's what this C2 salvage is for.
Yeah.
But you could always get
specifically T2 regs.
Yeah, you could always get that salvage from the drone wrecks that are out there. Right? So if you're already to a certain degree, you could always build enough rigs with the salvage you were getting anyways. This is not going to like provide the people that live in drone lands anything special or new or
rig blueprints.
the
do not
T2
make
salvage,
money.
the
not make you
better
money 'cause
salvage though you don't
it's
get
just too
from
easy.
the drones. You only get that from the
Tech 2 ships.
well, you only get it from the sentient spawns, which are
Sentient
really rare.
carriers.
So it's generally you get like the stuff to build like the T1 rigs, which is
Well, you get intact armor plates places. I mean, you can farm that shit.
Yeah. Anyways, I think people are screaming about it and they're making a big deal, but it's really not an issue.
I
Sounds right
think
to
it's
me.
fine.
What's the next community inspired fucking thing?
We're not talking about the mutaplasma things, right?
We
There's
haven't
the
talked about
Marauder
that yet.
nerf.
We're about to talk about the mutaplasmid thing. Abyssal
That's
modules can now be
cool.
reprocessed into mutaplasmid residue. This opens up a myriad of possibilities. You can use them with freshly introduced blueprints to construct new and powerful mutaplasmids. So if you're a mutaplasmid lover and you've been rolling modules for a while, you probably have a can somewhere with bricked modules in it. Useless, worthless, fucking, I don't even know why you kept them. Good thing you did, because now you can reprocess them and get this mutaplasmid residue and then find these blueprints for powerful mutaplasmids in the abyss and then construct your own mutaplasmids to roll even more modules.
See, I'm one of those dumbasses. I
don't
kept all
keep
my old
them.
shit. I kept all my old
I
shitty
either
ones.
put them up on contract
And-
for
and
dirt
looking at the
cheap
map-
if there's even worth any like maybe you bricked it to where it's like still
I've
maybe you
kept
could sell
all
for like
the
a
shitty
quarter the
ones.
price of the because I mean if I'm gonna mutaplasm something I'm doing it to like faction modules. I'm not doing it to like
I'll bet
regular
I've
ones.
got a container of like 15,000 M3 of shitty muta modules.
Yeah, but it's
Hey,
it's
you're
like
in
maybe
luck.
you know maybe like do like a faction
I might have a fucking gold mine.
a
here.
faction point or something that's
probably
like
are.
normally like 40 million. Maybe you sell it, you contract it for 20 million. Someone will buy it if you bricked it. But if it's bricked so bad that's like no one's
I
gonna
would
buy
do-
this, I just right click trash it. Like it's like
Yeah, I
I'm not.
did it. I
I don't want to
kept
keep it.
Same.
I don't want it taking
it-
up space.
Well, and it does take up a lot of space. Most of mine are armor plates, because those seem to be the biggest bang for the buck on those. When I was doing
Right.
mutaplasmid on them, and I've got, like I said, an entire container, like 10,000 M3 of those fuckers that are shitty. Because most of them
Well,
are
there you
shitty.
go.
Yeah. Oh my god!
And doing the
For
math,
once,
it's roughly
my OCD pays off. Fuck yeah!
and doing the math on the blueprints, it's roughly 10 to 12 bricks to build one of the new abyssal rollers.
There you go.
So it's not
it's
it's
a
not
pri-
a
it's-
horrible ratio.
It's not a great ratio either.
Yeah,
it's,
but I mean,
it's
once
probably
you get
right where it
good
should
bricks-
be. It's probably right.
I
where
mean,
it should be.
anything better than 0 is a great ratio because until now you had nothing to do with these, right?
LB, I love your fucking attitude. I love your attitude, man.
Mhm.
You make me feel better about myself. Now I'm
Yeah.
on board. Yep.
I just want to see the first time someone uses one of these things on an officer item, just to see what happens.
Oh, yeah.
Whether it's super glorious or if it's or if it's an
I
even
think that-
bigger brick.
I think people have done that, haven't they?
The new ones? I don't think
Oh,
anyone's
that's the new
rolled
one.
one of the new ones
old
yet.
ones. The old ones, yeah.
I mean, dude, I was on a Friday night when we were rolling and someone rolled like 60 bill worth of officer mods.
All right.
Just for shits and giggles.
The next part they
You
talk
might
about
got a
here
great
is
one, at least one good one.
identifying modules. So I think we talked about this last week where they were going to change the pictures for like weapons upgrades was the big one, right? Like a mag stab looks like a
Oh
A
yeah.
fucking gyro stab looks like a fucking heat sink. Looks like
Tracking
a fucking
computer, tracking
radiation sink.
enhancer are
Looks
the
like
same.
yeah.
Yeah.
They all look the same, but now they're gonna change them so that they look different and they're identifiable at a glance instead of.
Besides the
I
guns,
like
the
that.
modules too, right?
yeah.
That's what we're saying.
I like that. It
Yeah.
makes it
They
like
reiterated and had to do
Great
a
idea.
second pass.
I'm sure people are gonna complain about it, like, why change it? Now I don't even know what it looks like. It's like you'll get used to
Well,
it, and
yeah.
then when you get used to it, it'll be better because then you know exactly what it is by looking at the picture instead of having to be like, oh, is that a this or a this?
Like we've said in the past, there's two things that Eve players hate, and that's change and the way things are.
Oh my
So-
God, Shelby! I forgot to
That's
tell you
true.
guys. The name of our episode tonight was supposed to be "I Hate Change."
Oh.
Yeah.
Also,
Look at all the-
real
the
quick,
pictures.
there's
I hate change.
real quick. I have a skin giveaway going. Exclamation point ticket if you want to enter.
Is it a good
in
one?
for- yeah, it's a Empyrean Outlaws rattlesnake skin, so it's pretty nice. It's one of the
Ooh.
one of the timbre skins for the
It's
rattlesnake.
got the skull on it. The skull
Yeah.
on it will light up once you have a kill mark on it, and then it will light up every time there's a session change.
Yeah.
There'll be like some blue lighting
cool.
around it. It's super cool. We
This
need to
one's
get
in
a kill
Cheetah.
with it first, so good luck.
This one's in Jita. Then I got a couple more skins to give away after that, but they're in 1DQ because Dominarch loves giving me skins from 1DQ.
I apologize.
But you can-
Now, I
you
won't
can-
anymore. I'll
you-
never give you one from UNDQ
yeah,
again.
now it's
I
gonna be
never
from
will.
E3 or whatever.
Yeah.
no, E3 is Braves thing.
So you still
Um,
have to asset save.
but no, it's fine.
Whatever
If-
good hellhole they're in.
if
No,
you're
you can
gonna-
activate them remotely.
Yeah,
so
if you're
it
gonna use the
doesn't
skin, you
hurt.
can activate them remotely. If you want to sell it, you're gonna have to fly out to 1DQ and remote market it. I don't know. I don't know if you can do that
Don't
though.
sell my shit. If I give you something, it's important, right? It means something.
I
No,
activate
you
all
just want
this.
to get rid of it.
I activate
Shut
all the
up.
skins I get. Unless I already own it, I always activate them because I'm like, everyone's like, no one plays zoomed in. I'm like, if I do, because I'm
I
usually
don't fly. I
I'm
don't
usually
fly a
anchored up.
ship
I don't
without
need
a
to
skin.
see what's going on. I just need to look at broadcasts. So
I will not undock unless I've got at least one skin. I'll change ships. I won't do it. Matter of fact, I think I've got at least one skin for every ship, though, so I'm okay.
let's see.
I wonder if there's an Eve player who has every skin, or at least every skin before Skinner came out.
Well, I know Billy had over 3,000, and he wasn't even halfway there.
Hmm.
But I know somebody. I'm sure maybe somebody does. I've got 2280, and I think I'm like an eighth of the way there, or a fifth of the way there. I can't remember what it was. We did
That's
count them one
crazy.
time. Yeah,
It's just all
Like 10,000
black.
skins?
but there is. Yeah, that's something.
Wait, did Blackbirds
Jesus.
even do
Like
damage?
I said, I got 2280, and I think I had like a fifth, maybe a fifth. Yeah.
Do Blackbirds do damage, or was it just the Blackbirds were to jam the shit out of everything, and then the two ruptures and
What are you
cycling?
talking about?
Sorry, that's a DM. Sager sent me a. Okay, yeah. He sent me a thing where they did fun stuff where like the bricked mutaplasmids. Rain
Oh,
would take
yeah, I
out
remember
take
that.
out these Christmas fleets where you just fit your ship with bricked mutaplasmids instead of regular
We
shit.
keep
You just
talking
fly
about
around.
this stuff. Are we gonna actually talk about the
That was-
stats of it too?
What?
I don't know. Seems like we're covering things twice.
We're gonna cover the vlog, and then we're gonna go over the patch notes because the patch notes are gonna tell you what their
the shit-
original
all the
plan
real good
was,
stuff, right? Yeah.
and then the patch notes will tell you what they changed afterwards.
Thank
so
you. Okay. Yeah. There,
the ship info, the ship info,
Info.
the immersive
I
ship
will stop
info
blowing my
window.
smoke at you, LB. I'm sorry.
The Winfo
Thank you,
window.
appreciate it. The info window is new. People have mixed feelings on it. Again, people hate the way things are and they hate change. So
They hate change. Yeah. Don't
this is
change
change.
it. You
so
better
they hate
change
it.
this shit. Yeah.
One fun thing about the new ship info window is when you are using DScan. Let's say you're using DScan and you see a ship on DScan. If you
Sometimes
right click
do that.
show info, it will show you how many kill marks that ship has, which doesn't seem
Ooh,
like
very nice.
doesn't seem like a big deal. But like when you're looking at a guy and being like, I wonder if this guy does PvP or if this guy is fucking Care Bear and he's gonna run away if I land on grid with him. If you look at his ship info and he's like, I have 15 kill marks on this ship, that guy PvPs. So the question is, do you slide in with your Mamba that has 0 fucking kill marks, or do you perhaps choose a different victim? So it's a little bit more
That's
intel for the avid PvPer.
that's cool.
Yeah,
Sager,
it's
why
neat.
did you link this? Oh, you got your ass kicked. That's why. Never
Yeah,
mind.
that was the fleets that you was talking about. Well, yeah, they took bricked Munoplasmid fleet.
It didn't work.
No.
Yeah,
I wish
that's
I would have thought of that. I wasn't.
that's interesting.
Oh, I saw that fleet too. God damn it.
28 November, the next Vanguard playtest is going to start.
Oh yeah, I'm excited for that.
I'm excited as well.
I've been a very, very
Hope my computer
very
can
big
handle it,
fan
but
so far
yeah, I'm
of
gonna do
Vanguard.
it.
in
I'm
all
gonna get in
respects.
on that.
Yeah.
More details will be revealed soon. If you haven't wishlisted Eve or Vanguard on Steam, you should go over there and do that if you're a Vanguard fan.
If you have not joined the Vanguard Discord
Yeah.
and you're a Vanguard fan, you need to. It's
Do
a
that too.
super active Discord
Yeah.
from both the developers and players. It's a very, very dynamic Discord right now. It's a lot of fun. You know what?
CCP
I'll link it for you.
Peaceful makes regular announcements on there with little sneak peeks into what's going on. There's a Q&A like they're often. Yeah, it's really good. Go join the Discord.
There you go.
Go wishlist it on Steam.
There's the Eve Vanguard Discord.
Perfect.
It is really good Discord. If you enjoy this game at all, it's a good place to get on there. I think a show of support helps. It's got to help, right? The number of people keep joining this and being on there active, got to give them, hey, this is something we want to keep working toward. Let's keep really pushing hard at it.
Yeah. And then
the failure would be bad, but yeah.
The second last para of the blog is The Journey Begins, which talks about it's just the beginning of the expansion. Thrilling advancements, new opportunities, blah blah. Tactical operations are coming. And that's pretty much all they really talk about. Empowering members to go fearlessly into battle with automated ship replacements. So the core projects don't have the automated ship replacement programs, but that's coming as well. And
That's
then
later
Evermarks,
this month, or
it's later in the expansion, so maybe not
this month necessarily.
this month, but
coming.
it's coming. And then fast track your progress with Evermarks to complete air daily goals. That's one that I really look forward to, because sometimes I don't have the time to do the dailies, but I have a big pile of Evermarks that I'm never going to use because I don't own any structures. So why the fuck would I put skin on all that stuff?
To get
So I'll just use those Evermarks to do my dailies.
to get
instead.
wrong decals on your ship.
They have their own fucking. Well, yeah, there's that, but I don't need.
I don't imagine those
many.
cost that much though.
Well, I'm gonna
No.
look at this and see. So
They need to make those available.
Is this coming, LB,
Generally,
or is the fast track thing here already?
The fast track your progress thing is coming. It's not here
Coming,
yet.
All right. So this current won't really probably apply to this current set of.
It's going to be in this quarter, in this expansion.
but not in the next 14 days. That's my point.
Probably not. Probably not till after Christmas.
all right, I'm gonna give it probably 5 more minutes for that giveaway. If you're not in,
But-
And then
But that is
they
the
talk
next
about
one,
what
right?
ticket?
what's that?
The giveaway, the secure
Oh, yeah.
10,000 Evermarks and
Yeah. Then there's a login reward, 10,000 marks. Yeah. There's 7 days of Omega for what is it?
10
For
plex.
10 plex.
Well,
And
But
they're
they
giving-
also give you 10 plex for free in the store,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
you just have to go in the store. I get what they're doing, right? Like getting you used to going into the store and interacting with the store, so that maybe one day you'll go in there and interact
I
with the
actually
store
I did the two
for
backwards.
some other reason.
I did the two backwards. I
Yeah.
had Plex in my account, right? So all of a sudden I look at my Plex is down. I was like, I could have sworn they said that was for free. What the
Yeah.
fuck? And then I was, oh, they're giving 10 Plex away. It
Oh,
kinda
Yeah,
freaked
I
me out.
actually
Ototop. Ooh, what's this?
We haven't seen any Ototop in a while.
He
Cool.
just contracted me a skin to give away. Take a look
All
at this
right,
one.
thanks Ototop.
Awesome.
Oh,
I've been going into the New Eden store every week to get my 15,000 skill points, and then I
don't
went in to
always
get
remember that.
my free plex, and I noticed that I have a bunch of plex from winning third place in the fucking AT fucking brackets.
Did you send Plex to me, Drayden? You son of a bitch.
that's for
That's
the
what I got.
fucking. That
I know,
was.
I couldn't figure out what the fuck it came from.
You
Like,
were the one going like,
I
I, want
didn't
my Plex,
remember
and I'm like, okay,
buying
I'll
it.
send it to you.
I'm
'cause
freaking out, dude. The other day, I'm freaking out. Like I didn't remember
the
buying
AT
Plex. I'm thinking,
bracket thing.
Am I buying shit when I'm high?
No, it's the AT bracket thing, and Akra was like, we could just like, well, let's not even pay it out. And Dom's like, no, give me my
I was teasing
fucking
you.
money.
I'm sorry.
And then I sent it to LB too. And LB's like, "Why am I getting Plex?" I'm like, "Cause you won."
Which was crazy to me.
And
Yeah.
if I
have no
freaked
idea what
out,
I'm doing.
I freaked out earlier this week thinking, when did I buy
Oh
1,000?
shit!
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Anyways, I ended up going in the store and buying my character a set of glasses that look just like this one. So now my character looks more like
Oh,
me.
did you? Nice. That's awesome.
I take it back. That was not Oda Top sending me the skin. That was he won this skin, and I sent him a contract for 4 weeks, and he never claimed it
Oh,
and
he never
expired.
got
So
it?
Mm.
I'm
That's
Yeah, I
going
got-
to probably
got something
re-give
like
it
that
away
too.
then.
We give that one away. Yeah. Yep. So looky there, 1,000 bucks.
That's pretty much the end of the Revenant expansion blog. And
But
now
there's
we're
a
gonna-
lot more details.
You missed,
There's a lot
you
more
missed one
detail.
thing.
What's that?
Didn't they put the parchment stuff in there, or was that in the patch notes?
No, the Patchton stuff is in the patch notes.
Oh, okay.
So now we're going to bust into the patch notes and we're going to scroll to the bottom and work our way from the bottom up instead of the top down, because if we go from the top down, it'll just be the most recent ones. And we don't want to do that. Okay, so on the 12th, Revenant came out and there's a set of patch notes that went with it. And I'll give you the patch notes here in chat so you can follow along if you wish. And it's got basically everything that we just talked about, but in a lot more detail. So the first thing they talk about is the mercenary dens. We kind of talked about that. We kind of beat it almost to death, right? And then they talked about mercenary tactical operations, which is planned for 26 November. And it's just like we said, right? Like development is generated over time when successfully completing mercenary den tactical operations. Higher development levels will cause the mercenary den to increase production yield of infomorphs over time. So if you want more infomorphs, do the little missions. Anarchy is generated over time and decreased when successfully completed mercenary den tactical operations. Higher anarchy levels will cause the skyhook it's placed on to siphon workforce production, preventing the workforce from being used by the Sov owner. So that's how you can destroy people's workforces and cause their sovereignty upgrades to potentially shut down. So anarchy bad, development good. And then we get into the deathless ships. And then we talk about the Tholos first.
Eximos one.
The traits for the Tholos: 7.5% bonus to shield booster amount, 5% bonus to ship stasis web of fire resistance. That's the Kaldarian Mimitar drone, or just bonuses respectively. And then the roll bonus: 150% bonus to small projectile turret and rocket damage. It can fit one small breacher pod. Can fit covert ops cloaking device. 100% reduction in cloaking device CPU requirements. Cloak reactivation delay reduced to 15 seconds. Immune to all cargo scanners, which is kind of a weird one. The immune to all cargo scanners trait. I don't understand that, but whatever, it is what it is. It's got 6 highs, 6 mids, 2 lows. It's got 2 launcher slots, 2 turret slots. So it's got a slot open for the breacher pod, and it's got a slot open for the cloak in the highs. 3 rig slots, 50-meter drone bay. Pretty fucking standard. Yeah, we won't get too crazy into the details, but it's there in the patch notes that I linked. And then we'll go on to Cenotaph. Cenotaph, similar bonuses: 7.5% bonus to shield booster, 5% bonus to stasis web of fire, and then the roll bonuses are a little bit different. 100% bonus instead of 150% bonus to medium projectile turret and hams. 50% bonus to command burst area of effect. 25% bonus to medium projectile turret optimal range and fall off and missile velocity. Can fit medium breacher pod launcher, covert ops cloak, 100% reduction in cloaking CPU, cloak reactivation fit, and again immune to all cargo scanners. And then I'll tell you that the ships are exclusively available as blueprint copies from Deathless Item traders, which can be found in Zarzak. Specifically, if you go to Zarzak and you warp to the shrouded structure that's on your overview, there'll be 2 structures there to trade with, depending on what kind of item you're going to trade. One does Atomum, one does Infomorphs. A lot of people didn't know that, and they were in Zarzak and the Fulcrum trying to find the BPCs and the skill books and stuff, and they're not They're not in the Fulcrum. They're in those trading structures that out by the what do they call it? The Warden.
The Warden.
Yeah. Okay. Breacher pod launcher damage over time weapons. This is a fucking meaty one, and I haven't really read it. All you need to know is damage over time. The
And the
Scarab
damage over
pod.
time,
Yeah, go ahead.
it does a maximum of 1% of raw HP, or what's it, 600
200?
DPS?
No, 200
Or-
for the destroyer or 1,000 for the battlecruiser.
Yep. So, and it will do that until there's a session change.
75 seconds.
75 seconds or a session change.
Session
So,
change, yeah,
if you're on a
So
battleship,
will end it. Yeah, yep.
yeah, so smaller ships, it's going to be probably that 1%. But on, say, a larger ship, it's going to be whatever that DPS
So
cap
I
is.
watched the thing, like the demo of it, and it's going to take above a carrier size ship to get to the 1,000 DPS for the battlecruiser. So you're
There
gonna
you
we're
go.
talking probably Super and Titans, maybe Dreadnought, maybe to get to the full 1,000 DPS.
So we're
It's-
looking
so-
at
It's also at maximum skills.
Yes, yeah, for sure. You're right. Yeah.
So we're looking at the Cenotaph being an ultra expensive Black Ops capital killer.
Capital puncher, yeah. That's what it looks like, yeah. But even at 1%,
So
like on a
not the,
battle cruiser, it was like still 700 some DPS. It still
Yeah.
was a lot. I mean, it's
Oh,
still
yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of DPS. Yeah.
It still holds its own if you're gonna small gang it or something like that.
I
But
wouldn't.
for the cost of it, like you're better off flying something else that does 700 DPS and then putting a blingy fucking pod in it and
Well,
then
that's the
going
thing,
out
yeah,
like that.
because you won't want to shoot the battle cruiser breacher pod at a frigate, right? Because it's only going to do 1%, the same as the destroyer one would do, right? Because
Yeah.
it's going to do one. It'll do maximum 200, but 1%. So either one of them are only going to do 1% against a frigate. It wouldn't make any sense for the bigger ship to. You'll be able to do it, but it won't do any more damage than the destroyer one will do.
Yeah.
So it
You're
doesn't-
going to
yeah.
use this to drop with your Black Ops gang on capitals doing crab beacons or something,
Or maybe
and-
big battleships. That's it. Yeah.
or big battleships. Yeah, you're probably going to use it for the breacher pod and for the
The Black Ops.
boosts. The boosts, right? So
boosts,
nothing
yeah.
else.
Exactly.
Nothing else. Well, I guess your T3 cruisers can do boosts, but this is going to be your boosting in your breacher pod for your Black Ops gang.
Imagine
Neat.
Black
The
Ops
other
gang.
thing-
The Black Ops gang with Tech 3 cruiser, one of these battle cruisers, a couple of Black Ops and some bombers. That's a very, very formidable fleet.
Yeah.
The one thing I could see this being used for, though, is like if you have a couple and you're fighting a small gang, you put your dot on a couple of the enemy ships, so it fucks over their logi.
Well, they have to concentrate it for 75 seconds or leave the field, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's yeah.
Okay.
So and the
Let's-
rate of fire is every 12 seconds. You can fire one of these breacher pods, right?
That's
with
right.
Max skills.
With max skills, yeah. 10
That-
seconds for the medium one, 12 seconds for the small one.
Wow, that's pretty fast, honestly. I mean, for the amount
Yeah.
of damage you could. Now you can only one per ship, but look, if I can do this every 10 seconds, I'm going to cover a fleet pretty quick with dots. Before I
Yeah.
die, I'm going to get a lot of fucking dots off if I'm a destroyer. If I'm a
Yeah.
battle cruiser, hopefully I can survive a little bit, right? But those destroyers are going to pop quick. I know they're expensive, but they'll pop quick. But if you can get, let's say, every 12 seconds, you live through the first minute of battle, but you've done so much damage that you paid for yourself. Probably. Nah, maybe not pay for yourself, but you know what I mean.
Well, I like the idea. So, say you were
They're a
telling me
little
that,
pricey, but you're never gonna pay for yourself.
say you
probably.
were telling me that the fact that these have like damage over time or dot means that if they expand on the ship line, the Logi might have heal over time things. Like you apply it just applies like a
No, we don't want
constantly
that.
healing over time thing, and then you can like rep over here and like
We don't want that.
I do.
No hot.
I want that
Keep
real
hot
bad.
out of the
Like-
game.
I don't
Hot
like
out of
that
the game.
either.
Keep 'em hot out of the game.
You got dots.
We already have hots.
Give
we
me
already
dots.
have
Give me
hots.
the hots.
We
Don't-
already have hots.
How?
What's
What?
drones?
Drones are hots already.
Eh,
It already exists. Is it healing over time? Yes, it is.
it's
Not to be
healing,
that guy,
it's
but
healing
the
in
lore-
cycles, but you can
Healing over
destroy those. You can't. But if you shoot a hot at someone, it just Now they get 75 seconds of healing.
The lore
Oh, that's
doesn't
what the
line up.
janitors are. That's what your janitors are.
The janitors
I
don't
guess.
fix
Your
things;
janitor
they just
inside the
clean up the
fucking breacher pods,
mess.
you treatment people. They go in there and clean shit up.
My
Yeah,
ship's,
yeah.
my
I'm on
ship's
board
not
now. I'm on
dying
board.
because it's really
I want it.
clean.
Yeah. It's like janitors and mechanics. That's what you put
Yeah.
in your breacher, in your healing breachers or whatever you call them. Heaters in your heater.
Screechers.
It's
You got
mechanics
the
and
breacher
janitors.
pods and the screecher
In
pods.
in the breacher pods, it's Marines and strippers.
Dom, all you made me do was think of a really horrible joke involving breaching pods and janitors and repair and cleaners.
Let's hear it. What is it?
No, I'm not going to say it because people would be like,
Was it dirty?
It's offensive.
Oh yeah, I like offensive shit.
I'll DM it to you.
I'm a bad person. Everybody knows that.
What was I
Yeah,
doing
but there's
there?
people here that would complain if I told a dirty joke.
Oh, for sure. Probably me.
All right. Are we good with breacher pods? Like, or
No.
they want to get like
Here's the
into it.
I think my idea about the Marines needs to be talked about.
Right.
You should be able to mitigate this with Marines because it's these breacher pods are literally people that they're breaching your ships with. Why can't you mitigate it? It just
Like,
makes
do
sense to
we
me.
do we have that in the game somewhere? Is there somewhere
No, it
else
doesn't.
where
It
like
used to be something new, but so are breacher pods.
yeah, I guess. Yeah.
You'd probably have to put its own bay on every ship, I guess, to have like a Marine bay or something like. You'd have to do that, I best. Just to.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'd have no way of differentiating.
Like
Right?
a passenger
It
bay.
does fuel. I mean, there's already an example. You can pull LO out of a cargo bay when you light a Sino. So
Yeah.
it already has that
Yeah.
mechanic of pulling stuff out of the cargo bay. So I mean, I don't know. You have Marines, just it mitigates. For every 100 Marines, you get what is it here? Let me get. Hold on. I'm looking at the Scare Breacher Pod small. Maximum damage per second is 200 with max skills. 0.75% with max skills is damage per second, right? That's what the percentage is. 0.75%. So every 25 Marines, you lose 0.05% of damage per second. Up to a
Yeah.
maximum of 20 or whatever. You maximize it or whatever you want to do.
Yeah, then you would have like
So you had 100 Marines.
fleets
you
would be
get-
like, okay,
you
you're gonna
get
bring
point-
this many missiles, you're gonna bring this many fucking nanite paste, you're gonna bring this many fucking boosters,
Yeah,
and then
I
you're gonna
want
pack the
more.
rest of your cargo hold with Marines.
Because you use
Yeah.
them up. Yeah, because they'll be used up.
Yeah.
Unless you have medics too. Yeah. Oh shit.
Oh my god. No, it's too far. We've got
no,
too
I just blew my own mind. I can't do it. I'm excited about these breacher pods. It's just something new. I like it. I like change. I know nobody else does, but I like it. I think this is fun. Even if it doesn't work and nobody buys these ships and it never comes to fruition,
Well,
you know what? They took a swing. Yeah, sometimes you hit.
people
sometimes you
are
don't.
gonna buy them, and the
Dom,
price
check
is
your
gonna go
DMs.
down. The
That
price is
would
gonna
be-
go down, and they're gonna be really strong for the cost. I think right now they're a little overpriced for the cost, but that's because they just came
I'm
out.
gonna
So.
buy one. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I'll
they
be
just
spent-
came out.
I
They just
built
came
one.
out. Give it a month, and these things will be much cheaper, and the power that they have, I think, is going to be really strong. So,
Like
I'm
we talked
I'm
about
okay.
earlier,
Pretty
that on the 26th, when the mercenary tactical operations go live and people start doing those in order to farm more infomorphs, I think we're going to see infomorphs flood the market, and it's going to make those skill books and those ships way
Mhm.
cheaper.
yeah,
Not 15 billion for a battle cruiser.
yeah. But I mean, even if they go down to like a few billion, I mean that's still really expensive
I'm
for a
gonna buy
battle
one of
cruiser.
each.
But
I'm gonna buy one of each though.
I
I
mean,
would say a couple billion would probably be worth it. A Black Ops battle cruiser. I'm sorry, a Black Ops battleship's
Yeah.
$1 billion, right? Well, I think a battle cruiser equivalent at least $1 billion.
yeah, but
So,
these
LB,
these
does
can
this
fit
make
the
it an
covert ops
Infowars?
cloak though, so these can warp cloaked. So there's a bit of an advantage over what the Black Ops battleships do too.
That makes it even more expensive, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Breacher pod's done. Check.
Oh,
Oh, I said ice, not a soda.
I like
Skinner
Also-
Paragon updates. Okay, look, we're
Is that
going to skip
YouTube?
through a lot of this. We're going to get to the
Yeah, but I
brand
told you
manager
no more
portion
YouTube.
of it. Oh,
wait, Nervike, you're keyed up.
Oh, my bad.
Your hot mic. It's all
My
right.
bad.
buddy.
Was it
Over
hot
YouTube,
though?
though.
It wasn't that hot.
No, I'm trying
Uh,
to break my daughter off of watching YouTube all the time and
Did
getting
you
her
punch her?
focused on other
Give her
stuff.
fucking
so.
just a smack.
Good luck.
You know, there's like plenty of technical ways to do that, right?
Sticks, belts.
All right. Anyways, fucking branded listing for brand managers. Let's talk about this. Creation
go.
of branded listings. In the listing, if the listing is targeted at your corporation or your alliance and the seller has the brand manager role, no Skinner service fee or hub listing fee will be applied. The listing will be marked as a branded listing. Purchasing a
And-
branded listing, buyers will not have to pay any Skinner service fees on a branded listing. However, an Evermark fee will be charged per skin based on the skin tier.
To who though? To the person putting it up? That's what I
I
didn't
think so,
understand.
yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So the brand manager can charge as much Plex or ISK as they want, but there is a Evermark fee that's associated with generating skins as the brand manager.
So if it's a 10 Evermark fee, I can make it 10 Evermarks and 50,000 or ISK, right? As a brand manager. That's
Yeah.
what it's saying. But there's always going
Yeah.
to be an
But you can make
Evermark
it-
fee, no
You
matter
can make
what.
it one ISK if you want.
But
right?
there will always be that Evermark fee, whatever it is, based on the skin tier.
Yeah,
So
That's right.
Yeah, I like that. That's okay.
Yeah. It makes it a lot easier for the possibility of like fucking having everybody in the same outfit, right?
If you've got a bitchy corporation and like to take away roles and give up roles, look at that's a pretty fucking hefty penalty if you take the brand manager role away from somebody.
Yeah,
Everything
if the seller
they had
loses the
listed
brand manager
was
role for any
canceled.
reason, all their branded listings targeted at the corporation alliance will automatically be canceled. All licenses returned to the seller's collection. Oh, that's crazy.
That's funny.
Ouch.
I
So
like
if, when you fire the brand manager, he takes away everyone's paint job,
Yep.
and you're left with fucking plain old ships.
No,
Alright.
no, just
Well,
the
I guess the
listings. No, just the
the
listings.
brand
You just can't buy new ones of it. Just the listings.
So again, though,
The
Draden
license is
needs to
all
not
of their
sold.
all of their branded listings targeted to their corporation alliance will be automatically canceled, and licenses
Oh, the license
return to this
returned.
return to the seller's collection. So
That's
the
tough.
licenses
You're
are the
taking- you're
skins,
taking-
right?
Yeah, you're taking skins
Yeah.
away. Yeah.
So just make the executor of the alliance the brand manager and just feed him fucking skin patterns, and he'll pick one. And
I'm giving every brand manager and see what happens.
from there, I
Yeah,
guess.
do that.
I can.
I
do
mean, there's
that.
probably no harm in it.
What's the worst that can happen?
Can
What's the
brand
worst that
managers
can happen?
access the
then-
wallet or?
Besides brand manager, there's a whole bunch of improvements and changes to the Skinner fucking thing. One of the big ones is fucking you can apply secondary and nested patterns. So you can put 2 patterns on or 3 patterns on, or you can nest a pattern inside of another pattern, which
Which is
like
new. Yeah.
yeah, that's new.
TTP.
You can
It used to be
blend them,
just
you
2
can switch
patterns.
them.
Now you can do 3 patterns, correct?
Yeah,
I
I
think you
think
were only
so,
able
yeah.
to do 1. Now I think you can do 2.
yeah,
Oh, you can nest one, so you can get 3 of them in there. I know that's part of it. 3's part of it. I know it is.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
And then there's a randomize. So if you don't know where to start with your skin design, you can hit the randomize button and it'll randomize the skin, and then you can start adjusting it from there. So that's
Why does that look like a
That's fun.
skull with chicken legs coming out of it?
I don't know.
Look
Maybe it's-
at the picture.
Blame
It's a
CCP.
like a hot wings fucking.
Doesn't it look like a
themed skin.
skull with fucking wings coming, like chicken wings coming
Yeah.
out of it? Like
The
cooked
randomize
chicken
button
wings.
is
I don't
kind
know.
of neat, right? Like you can see it
I like
going
it,
through
yeah,
it
yeah.
in that video. It's pretty cool.
I agree. It's just that picture they're using there is just funny. The first one.
Yeah. 40 new patterns have been added.
Well,
There's a
apparently
daily
all
login
of the
reward.
Sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
apparently all of the Finding Nemo skins are going to be in there. Did you watch it? It's like they went through all the different fishes.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's it.
All right.
I'm high and I notice weird shit.
Fucking daily logins, reduce sequencing time for new skins by 50%. They added the new skill executive Paragon partnership for reducing Paragon Hub. Okay, that's all Skinner stuff. Good. Paragon projects improvements, or sorry, corporation projects improvements. Do we want to talk about this, or are we like not? We're not
I
freaking
like
big.
it. What do you mean? I
Tell us
the-
about it.
the project system in the corporate we've used it extensively for just fun stuff, right? We have I mean, I can pull it up right now. Look at it and tell you what they are. So we've got Jesus, hold on. Projects. Where are that? Where are you at? Where are you at? God damn it. Well, there it is. So right now we've got 2 active projects in our corporation, just for fun. They're just and there's not like anything serious. One is kill male whoring. You know, if you get on so many kills, you get paid. You know, you get paid. You just you get on. They say you got 5 kills, then you hit the button. It knows. It'll pay you out what we pay per indice in that that project. And we got another project is to destroy certain ships, right? We want people out there trying to kill our enemies. So we've got another project. If every ship you kill in this manner, it pays out also. And we have another one where we were mining. Obviously, we suspended this one, but we were mining a certain material. When people go get this material and bring it, you don't sell it to the corp, but you turn it in through the corp management, and then you get paid out what we're paying for it. Right? It's like a private way of doing market buys. You could use it that way, and then we do it for like the PvP, just fun stuff, and just like one's called Pukin's Challenge, one's Kill Mail Whoring, just fun shit like that. I really think the system makes running a corporation a lot more fun. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Cool.
No, you didn't think so. That's too long of a pause. You think I'm stupid.
No, I think you're a brilliant individual, and you have
I really
strong
like this
opinions on
project.
that corporation
I
project.
do.
It's cool.
I do have a strong opinion about it.
Yeah.
I'm always looking for things when they're doing anything time they add do any type of additions or improvements to the corporation management section of the game is a good thing, right? It just makes it easier when you run a corporation, and if they can make it more fun to do it, more people will be apt to try it, right?
I think two things, especially that do that, are the deadline and the participation limit that they've just added. So the deadline, like,
huge.
You have to have this done by the end of the week, or nobody gets the fucking thing, right?
Because right now
And
it's
then
based on the payout of the total, whatever your total is, right?
Yeah,
Until that
and then
number hits, it just keeps going. Yeah, I like the deadline.
participation limit allows more people to participate in it, because everybody knows we always have that one guy in corp who's like
Everybody's got an LB in their group,
perpetually logged on, constantly farming, constantly doing something, and then filling the kill board with all kinds of shit. And that guy is doing all the projects, and nobody else gets to participate. But this way, you can limit that person to like, okay, 10 ships and you're fucking done. Like no more. Which
is awesome. Yeah.
Or 10 whatever, or like you can only so much tritanium, and then we've had enough of you contributing. Somebody else can do something.
Digger's making fun of me, I think.
Okay. Yeah. Any more on core projects?
No, I think we covered it. The four
the
people,
SRP is not in yet.
The 4 people who like it, we all read it.
Perfect.
SRP is not here, but it's coming.
And then the ship information window is the next one.
Who
guys looked at the?
Who hates it? I like
it. People hate it.
Why?
I don't hate it.
Oh, this is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. I think it's no different. In fact, it's better than what we had before.
Yeah, I like it.
Did you?
You just got to get used to it.
I like change. Yeah.
You just got to get used to it. Once you get used to it,
everything's too small on it. Fuck off! It's the same size as it was before. It's just you actually get more choices now than you did before. Oh God, don't give me more choices. What am I gonna do?
Yeah. Like
I blame Redline. He's probably the one that's making this bad. He's complaining.
You can size it to be different size, right? Like
I don't know.
You can. I'm looking at it. You can have it as big as you want.
He left us, that motherfucker.
And then if you take it and you just fucking squish it down as small as you want, it's a teeny tiny, right? It's smaller than your drone window. And then you can click it onto whatever you want, right? So I use the attributes slide a lot, because I'll be in a plex, and somebody will land on the outside, and I'll be like, okay, what's the resistance hole on this ship? And I'll look at it, and I'll be able to say, oh, okay, I'm going to load kinetic missiles, and I'm going to throw out fucking explosive drones, because it's an Amar ship, and that's going to work the best. So you can have that set up as like every time you show info on a ship, that's the window that pops up, and it's not huge. It's just big enough for you to see that portion of what you want to see. You know what I mean? I think it's great. I don't think we need to shoot the monument or have someone fired for it. So let's all just calm down a bit.
Who's shooting whose monument and firing?
I don't know. People on Reddit are screeching. They just screech for screeching sakes. I think they get paid by the post.
Over the ship info we need. People are
over everything.
That's not worth screeching over.
This is what they call a quality of life improvement, because guess what it does? Improves the quality of life.
Yeah. I don't like change.
I don't like change. That's what,
Yeah.
like I said, we were talking to a bunch of old Diplos that we get together every Friday and bullshit, and then we were talking about how you hate change.
Yeah.
That's the fucking theme of Eve, the Imperium anyway.
I just want to see
I hate
Dom. I
you.
want to see you and Lady Scarlet in the same room, just BSing about all the Diplo bullshit y'all have had to go through.
We've done that before. Lady Scarlet and I sat down at Vegas and had a great time. Had great talks. She's an
And
awesome
then after the ship info window, we go into the mutaplasmids thing that we talked about. We don't really have to cover that anymore because we really we
Oh,
covered
there you
it
go,
in
say
the blog thing. Balance changes. Here's the ones that we didn't cover in the blog.
This is important.
Balance
stuff here.
changes.
Hey, everybody, shh.
Marauders. 100% bonus to shield extender hit points, gone. 50% bonus to armor plate hit points, gone. 5% additional bonus to reinforced bulkhead hit points, gone. Boom.
That's huge.
Buffer Marauders.
That's huge.
God.
Yeah. Marauders are, they say here in the next paragraph, Marauders continue to be incredibly dominant in all areas of space. We're removing the bonuses, which will provide additional hit points to buffer modules fit to them. The intention here is to focus them more around their specialization of large bonuses to active tanking. Since active tanking requires capacitor, heat, and module management, the hope is that this will increase their skill floor and make them harder to use as ships of the line and be more difficult to multi-box efficiently. Bam.
Holy shit.
So,
Hold on. They put thought into this and implemented based on thought.
Yeah.
So everything we've always wanted them to do, they did here.
right.
All right. I'm on board. Fuck yeah.
There you go.
That's the greatest reading for. Is that not the greatest paragraph CCP's put out in a long time?
Yeah. So
Right. That just
single
captivates it all.
single like solo Marauder pilots flying active tank Marauders, no change.
No change.
Buffer tank Marauders in giant fleets,
More
more.
on F1 pushers, flying Marauders?
Yeah.
No more.
no more.
Which is the
No
way
more.
it should be. Yeah.
And then we
Multi-boxing
go-
15 Marauders and Podgefin.
Gone.
At least buffer tanked ones, no more.
Yeah.
No more.
Active
Yeah.
ones are still useful.
Yeah, but that's going to be much harder to multi-box 15
Yeah.
active tanked ships, right? That just makes it that much
And-
harder, right? So, I mean, if you're not cheating, it makes it harder.
And
Yeah.
you also put a much bigger ISK floor on trying to run Marauders and Podgefin because a buffer tanked Vargur is like 1.2, 1.5 bill, whereas an active tank Vargur, you're looking at 3 to 4 plus minimum of a mid-grade crystal set, if not high grade.
Speaking of Vargurs, the Vargur got a special attention. Fall off bonus reduced from 10% per level to 7.5% per level. And the CPU output reduced from 625 to 600. So the Vargur will be more difficult to fit and it won't reach out nearly as far. So it says here, even with the above adjustments to all Marauders, the Vargur still stands out as the worst offender amongst them. That's right, because every time you would do something, there'd be Vargurs.
Yeah.
Small gang in the ESS, Vargurs. Single roaming dude in your space, Vargurs.
You're not wrong. Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah,
if
no,
there's
you're not wrong.
someone
Yeah.
Vargurs
hauling,
online.
hauling through your space, Vargurs.
It's not
fucking-
fucking golems, right? It's
we're gonna put a large fleet together, Vargurs.
yeah, not
Small
golems.
gang, Vargurs. Small gang, large fleet, same thing.
What's the paladins? Golems?
Paladins.
Paladins are
What's
good
the other
too.
one?
Paladins are good.
Kronos that you never see. The
I don't
Kronos.
think I've ever seen.
I feel like Kronos is like you get the solo roaming dude that just knows what the
They're
fuck
cool
they're doing
model.
with it.
Yeah,
The cool
I
model,
saw
right?
Exactly.
I saw Kronos once, and the guy who was flying it had it labeled as PVE only. So people assumed it was a PVE ship, and then they would try to fly in close to it, and they get grappled
He just killed
and then
him.
shot with blasters at like 40k away, and they were like, "It's not for PVE. Run away! Run away!"
Run away. This guy's lying. This guy's lying.
Doesn't the Kronos have a one bonus too?
I think so. I'm not sure.
Maybe.
All right.
Gotcha, bitch.
Yeah.
That's what I do with my fucking. I don't need it anymore because of the fucking squall. But my old.
So they cut back on the fall off bonus to reduce the projection with autocannons, reduce the CPU output as well. In the Viridian expansion, they added a 6th low slot to the Vargur, which increased its fitting ability.
They
Much
taking that
easier
away
to-
then?
So
Or no?
no, they still have it. It made it fitting extra large auxiliary shield boosters much easier and viable, despite reducing the shield boost output per level ahead. So they're not.
You put those big
They
ones on
touched the
it, okay.
CPU up a little bit, but they're more concerned about the fall off. Anyways, so that's the Marauders. Overall, not.
I like the XL
Good.
SBs though. Those are fucking effective if you can use them right.
Yeah. And again, like active tank Marauders, good to go. Buffer tank Marauders, not good to go. Next is the Absolution. And you'll notice the theme here when they're buffing ships is ships that people don't use or ships that aren't seen in space often. They took a look at and gave bonuses to or buffs to in order to get them out into space more often. So the Absolution, 10% bonus to energy turret damage increased to 20%. So it's got a 20% bonus now. And the 5% rate of fire bonus for energy turrets removed. So this is important for Amarr ships.
It is.
Because as the rate of fire goes up, your capacitor goes down.
So DPS stays the same with this without capacitor problems. This is a good change for the ship.
Yeah.
This is a really good change for the ship. Yeah.
And then we go on to the
go burr.
What's I'm saying? This is a good change for the ship. Yeah, because you don't want to fire. You don't want to cycle those guns fast. Yeah.
Well, now you don't have to work so hard on the.
Yeah, you get the damage.
Yeah. Your cap booster is going to last a lot longer, and you're going to get the same DPS out of it. So good.
It's a good change for the Absolution. Very good.
Good. Myrmidon Navy issue, which I don't think I've ever seen in the wild. Armor repair amount per level increased from 7.5% to 10%. Base velocity increased from 155 to 160, and agility improved from 0.7 to 0.67.
So that base sounds stupid. That's only 5 ms, but that's base. Once you add skills to that, it makes a big difference. Makes this a lot faster ship than it was. Yeah.
Yep.
Right. I didn't explain that to you guys. You guys are all smart, but I had to explain it to myself. So.
Well, it says it down here in the bottom. It's the least used combat battlecruiser in the game. So they made some improvements to its mobility and repair amount. Since the state's Webfire drone bonus isn't very valuable in PvE, they only use drones. Okay, blah, blah, blah. So they made it faster so you could brawl with it, and they made it tankier so that you could stay on the field longer.
Tankier makes sense. I mean, like, what?
Cool.
We'll see.
I don't know if anyone really thought of
that.
I don't know if anyone really thought of Merm navies like for the speed. I don't know if that's like ever been like.
No, but if you fit blasters on something and everybody's just driving away from you, and now you're completely impotent except for your drones. Like it has. I
mean, aren't they mainly a drone ship anyway?
1 second, I'm looking at something. Myrmidon Navy issue. Of course, I've shrunk the show info window, so now I can't see anything.
Why would you do that? You have all the options.
Crazy.
You chose the worst one.
So the Myrmidon Navy issue complete traits: 10% bonus to drone hit points and damage, 10% bonus to stasis web of fire drone factor of velocity decrease, 10% bonus to medium hybrid turret damage, 10% bonus to armor repair amount. So when you read those bonuses, the intent seems to be like it's going to use stasis web of fire drones to grab you and slow you down, and then it's going to close the gap and use hybrid turrets on you to fucking smash you to bits.
Wait, people actually use web of fire drones?
This is the thing. Like if you don't have a reason to use the web of fire drones because you can't catch anyone anyways, even if you do use the web of fire drones, then people are just going to use regular drones, and then you won't see people using web drones, right? But if you can use the web drones on someone and actually catch them and actually apply damage, then maybe that'll be a thing.
I like web drones, like the idea of them. Is just in practice they're generally not very good because it's like 5 stacking penalties. Like
so I don't know. Maybe you should try a Myrmidon Navy issue and set it up the way that the bonuses want you to set it up, and try and get some PvP kills in it.
That is something the CCP actually should do a balance pass.
I'll try it. There's a fast track to me losing a Navy Merm. But yeah,
for sure. But whatever. It's just a Navy Merm.
It's not like you're doing like a best.
It's not that big of a deal. Yeah.
Okay, and then next is the Harbinger Navy issue. Power grid increased from 1495 to 1550. Has low usage, increasing its base power grid amount, same as a regular Harbinger, which was buffed in an earlier bounce pass, which the HNI missed out on.
Well, yeah.
So the regular Harbinger got a boost to power grid. This one didn't get it because it has a different name. So now they've figured that out and they've applied the buff to this as well. Good. Cyclone Fleet issue. This one's getting nerfed because it's been used too much. Power grid reduced from 1215 to 1100. Rate of fire bonus for missiles reduced from 9% to 7.5% level.
It's kind of
And
been
then
like the
they're
new
pretty
age. It's
it is
been
a
like the
pretty
new age
unstoppable
version of the
ship, yeah.
Munin. It's just
Yeah.
everyone's using them.
So the nerfs are intended to have a harder time fitting the 100 mN afterburner or large cap battery, and lowering the rate of fire to tone down the damage it can put out. So it is what it is. The meta gets to change. Back to Cerberuses.
I think the next thing they need to look at is Ferox navies, because that's the go-to BC
Yeah.
for like medium gangs. I mean, it's a go-to
that's-
ship in general for medium gangs now with the Cyclone being nerfed.
Yeah. The next one to get a nerf is I'm upset about this one because I don't like change. Exec Navy issue.
It wasn't
The
needed.
medium.
This was not needed.
It was
Are you
pretty
sure?
strong. It's I
it
see
would
a
need to be
lot of
tougher.
exact
I would
maybe.
have buffed
I
this
mean, like,
fucker.
just because you see a lot of them doesn't mean that it's like. But I mean, like
I
that's a
love
strong
this ship. This
ship.
is one of my favorite ships in the game.
It's a
I
strong
buffed this
ship.
I like it. I like it too. Medium hybrid fall off reduced from 10% to 7.5%.
And they even
base
you
velocity-
even use the word nerfed in it.
Yeah.
That's what they did.
Nerfed. Fuck off.
Nerf just means that you're reducing its.
I know, but they said reduced in every other ship. No, Exer nerfed. We're nerfing that fucker. Fuck off.
Base
It's
velocity
like-
reduced from base velocity reduced from 280 to 270. That's a big reduction, 10 meters per second. Like we said, like that's the base, but with skills like
With skills and also like, whatever prop mod amplifies on that.
Yeah.
Too, so.
yeah, agility nerf from 0.4 to 0.44. Signature radius increase from 110 to 120. So it won't be as fast. It won't be reach out as hard, and you can apply damage to it better.
Which is ridiculous. It should be all the
So
opposite.
make it
All
more of
those
a
things should be
bronze boat.
opposite. It should be faster, smaller, and more fucking agile.
Well,
So my reading of it is it makes it more of a brawling boat versus railgun kitey.
I mean, we were
Where
already
probably
using
should
it
have been, yeah.
as a brawling boat. That's how I use it. Blasters and so rep. Like, let's go. Toe to toe.
I love the Navy. Executor Navy issue is one of my favorite ships in the game. Or it was until they fucking destroyed it.
Let's not destroy it. It's fine.
I'm probably gonna.
It'll be fine.
I'm a biomass because of this.
Go shoot the Eve Monument in Jito over it.
Go shoot the Eve Monument over this bullshit.
You should call for someone to be fired.
I'm
Pick
gonna.
a random CCP dev and demand that they be fired over this change.
Random my ass. I'm going after
No,
somebody.
yeah, pick a random one. We
I
should
don't
have a
know.
wheel of devs.
I
We'll have a wheel of
can't
devs.
do random because I don't want to name the ones I know. I like all them.
Well,
We need a
don't,
random- yeah,
don't
we
pick
need a
one of those
wheel.
ones though.
We
A
need a
random,
wheel.
like a wheel of devs, and every time there's something we don't like, we'll spin the wheel and be like, that guy needs to be fired.
Yes.
Fire that guy.
Oh,
I can think of some
Trading?
things that
if you don't
CCP
have a
should get
wheel
rid
next
of.
weekend, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah, we can get a wheel.
It seems like something you could do.
You
Maybe
don't
I
need
can
to
do it. I'm gonna try.
biomass, Dom. Just get a fucking Navy Myrmidon, dude. It'll be fine.
No, Executor. No Executor, I can't play the game anymore.
All right.
Yeah.
Fucking- So if you're upset about that, you should be happy that the Stabber fleet issue is getting a little polish.
I do like
New bonus added to the Stabber fleet issue. 5% bonus to medium projectile turret fall off per level. So now the
Is that huge?
Stabber fleet issue, we're gonna reach out a little further. Why don't you just use Stabber fleet issues instead of your Exec Navy issues now? Just switch.
because I don't like them.
They're probably not
Yeah,
quite as
I don't
strong.
like them either.
I do like
Stabber fleets are kind of cool though.
Now that they've done this, so are we gonna see a fucking a vagabond fix, please?
Yeah, make vagabonds
What's
good.
wrong with the Vagabond?
I
Make
want
them
more
better.
Powerful.
There's okay.
Turn the vagabond into my Navy Executor.
Give
Give
them
me
more
everything I
power
want.
grid.
Just give me everything I want
Like,
there.
I don't want to put two.
Executor. Give me everything I want with the vagabond.
I don't want to put
At the
two
same
20s
time,
on there.
we're
Let me
under,
put four. Let me put 450s and XLASB on that thing.
That's all I
Fucking-
want.
That's what I'm talking
I'm
about.
not asking that much. I do.
So
I
the-
do miss my XLAB, XLASB is it AB? Whatever it is. The shield, the XL shield boosters.
XLASB, yeah.
Yeah, the fucking Vagabond. That was a fun ship while it lasted.
What, and at the same time, give you unnerfed warp core stabs again for the Vagabond?
Oh, fuck yeah.
I hated those back in the day. 4
Alright.
warp core stab Vagabonds that you could never fucking catch.
When you said that, all I could picture was that fucking squirrel. No, raccoon from Guardians of the Galaxy. When he's like, oh yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's a name for that doctor that we can't say anymore because otherwise we'll get canceled.
Oh, for sure.
Great. So the paragraph underneath says, the stabber fleet issue can feel awkward when upgrading from the regular stabber because you lose the fall off bonus. The SFI could also use some love. So they're extending the small fall off bonus they added to the Firetail last winter. They're adding that to the stabber fleet issue to
nice.
improve
Cool.
its versatility. That's how they did that. There you go.
And stabbers are
And then
nice.
we go into
Are nice and
sorry, go ahead.
agile. Right? They're
Yeah.
a good ship. I mean,
Yeah.
oh, I like this next section.
The stabber's been seen a lot in ESSs, right? Because you can fit
yeah, and it's
a
fast.
stabber to go fast. Yeah, exactly. So people who rob ESSs for the ISK will use the stabber fleet issue with no guns on it and just
Yeah.
fucking filament into the middle of nowhere, rob an ESS, fucking run away.
And get the
Next
fuck out.
system.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they, yeah.
Because once they know
right.
you're there, you've already robbed it, and
Yeah.
and you can get the fuck out. Right? Yeah. It just.
Yeah.
Sorry.
As everyone knows, it takes 30 minutes for a nullsec to put a fleet together. And you have to have a fleet.
That's not a good
You
night.
have to have a fleet to get one stabber fleet issue out of your ESS.
Well, you gotta get a
There
fucking.
has to be,
I'm not undocking without 10 logs.
At minimum, there has to be a skirmish FC online. He has to ping the
30
fleet.
members.
A
10 of
fucking
them have
pap,
to-
a pap link needs to be put into the fleet
That
chat,
part's
like
easy. That part's easy.
so we can get
It's just 30
SRP
members, yeah.
right from this stabber fleet issue that has no guns.
Yeah, because we're not going to undock until we've got.
You gotta
30
get a
members
Sino in place. You gotta get a
and
Titan online.
Logi,
You gotta get
and
Varger
at
fleet
least
up.
2 boosters. Yeah, we're not
Yeah,
undocking.
I need info links, guys. We're not going anywhere until we
Well,
have
if we
fucking
got
info links.
info and
Somebody
skirm.
reship.
Skirm links
Yeah.
and info links.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it.
We don't have enough dictors. The dictors can't get in the ESS FC. We don't have enough dictors. It doesn't matter. Don't fucking ask questions.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to undock a fleet unless I have at least 3 dictors.
So
Okay,
you've
great.
done this before too. Okay.
Yes.
We need to play the "This Is Really Eve" video that someone made.
They need
Oh, yeah,
to make, no, you
giveaway.
know what they need to do, Vlad? Somebody needs to make a new one, right? Because since lots of things have changed, there's lots of things there today are just ridiculous hearing, but you hear it, right? In Eve, I think somebody needs to make a new one, an updated fucking "This Is Really Eve" video. Would be great.
Yes, but which FCs are going to give you good content for one though?
But you have to steal it from them. Yeah, you can't. You're not going to get permissions. You're going to get in trouble for making this video. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying though. Is which FCs
I'll be-
have
I would
good
have
enough
to
sound
join-
bites for it?
If I did this, I would probably have to join Horde afterwards.
I forgot there's a giveaway still going. I'm gonna roll it here or draw it here in a couple
Roll
minutes.
that fucker, yeah.
Exclamation point ticket if you're not in. To get in for
Okay.
it's a Drekavac Kybernaut Clade skin.
Ooh.
Ooh,
It's actually a pretty good one. I like those skins.
Yeah, baby.
And then we got to the module icons that we talked about, right?
Yeah, but
Um,
now we can talk.
And
about
they
it.
did a second pass on them.
They did do a second patch. We're going to get to that in the next set of patch notes.
Okay, cool. Okay.
There's like 4 sets of patch
But
notes that we
the
have
thing
to.
is that they're making
through.
unique icons for a reason. This is the first
Yeah.
step in this, right? Making the unique icon for these different modules, and these are all combat modules, really. I mean, whether they're defensive, offensive, but they're PvP modules. So
Yeah.
this is step 1 of them making it easier for me to fight Vlad and look at his ship in game. Like, oh shit, he's got one of these on there. He's got this and this, and whether it makes a difference or not, it's sometimes you like to know what you're getting killed by.
Mhm.
Anyway.
So
Oh,
there's
shit, he has a Sino.
changes. Yeah, changes to those module icons, and then there's also changes to the combat booster icons as well. So the icons will match the color of the tier of booster that they relate to.
Okay.
And then everybody's favorite change that came is the null set combat anomaly graphics and gameplay overhaul.
Oh, no, that's not the one I was thinking of.
Several common
was
anomaly
that
sites in
noise?
Nullsec have been renovated. It's his autistic screeching.
No, I was about to say,
Normal.
yeah. I was thinking about the anomaly boost to money, but that's not yet.
Oh no, that comes later.
I do actively rat in a paladin if I'm out making money, so I'm
Yep.
like money. But anyway, yeah, next.
Money.
All variations of the Forsaken Sanctums, Sanctums Havens, patrols, and horde sites have had full art and asset renovations, so they look way better. I don't know. I've never been in one.
As you're
Lately-
making that money, it looks better.
It looks way better. Over 100 different Nullsec anomaly sites now have objectives panels, so you can now see what wave you're on and how many NPCs remain at a glance. So you can tell your wife exactly
like
how many
that.
more red ships you have to shoot before you can come upstairs and eat supper. Perfect. Several NPC groups now warp in instead of spawning in place where appropriate.
That sounded really, really specific there, LB.
Yeah. It's like, I just gotta kill these red ships. And then she goes
Ma!
away and she comes back. She's like,
Ma!
there's more fucking red ships now than when I was here 2 minutes ago. Like, it's another wave. I don't know what to tell you.
Ma,
I'm
I only
sorry.
got
Well, how
three
many
more
waves there
waves of
are?
3 more waves of rats, Ma.
Now that's a
Uh,
video I'll fucking watch. Right? That's fucking funny. That's a funny video.
And then we got volumetric clouds. Since volumetric clouds are part of the graphical updates, note that they can potentially impact performance when multi-boxing. To mitigate this, we've added a setting that disables clouds when the low shader quality is selected. So there you go.
So you don't get to pick and choose whether you want good
There
graphics.
Viking wins.
You want to cheat.
Look, either you have an appropriate graphics card and you can run volumetric clouds, or you have to turn it down to low, and then you don't get any volumetric, or don't run 15 fucking Stormbringers at once, or whatever the fuck it is you people do.
Congratulations. I don't do that either.
Ooh, what I win?
That'd be awful though. Stormbringers.
A
I don't even know
Triglavian
what a
battle
Stormbringer
cruiser
is.
skin.
That's the
Nice.
right, that's the Edencom ship, isn't it?
Is it the battleship?
I don't know. No, yeah, maybe.
Hmm.
One of them's called like a light phaser. or
Thunderchild?
something.
Thunderchild is the battleship.
Stormbringer is
Stormbringer's
the
the
cruiser.
cruiser, and
Okay.
The Fluffer Nuffer is the frigate.
the frigate is usually
Nutter Butter?
The
Nutter
frigate.
Butter.
You see the AT. You don't really see
That's
many
another
people
better.
flying
Fluffer
around.
Nuffer.
The fuck is the frigate called? Fuck.
Fluffer. It's like the Flipple Flapper. Something like that. I don't
The
know.
Lightning McQueen.
That's exactly our Lightning Queens. There you go.
Ka-chow.
I can't remember.
What's it called?
It's like I only see it in the AT. It's like the only time you see it because people use it to like clear
Oh.
drones off and shit. It's the
Not the Wraith Child, right? That's
Let me go to the ship tree.
Fuck. Thunderchild is the battleship. Stormbringer's the
Thunderchild,
the cruiser, and then
Skybreaker.
Skybreaker. That's what it is.
Which one's the light cruiser? What's it called? Light something?
The
What's the
cruiser
cruiser
is the
There's only
Stormbringer.
3. Yeah, Stormbringer. There's only 3.
I've gone out
The
with that one.
Skybreaker,
one.
the Stormbringer, the Thunderchild.
Yep.
All right. Okay.
When are they making the Titan?
I'm one beer away from
Never.
the fucking from the
Never.
glorious
Damavik is the
Glorious
Triglavian.
Coors.
Hmm.
Frigate.
All right. So we
Frigate,
covered
that's
that. New rogue drone relic sites. We talked about this. 4 new relic sites have been added in rogue drone nullsec. Good. Great. You can get out of those, and you can go buy skill books with it. And then we go on to the Potch.
The Rogue
Okay.
Drone. You said nullsec only for the new Rogue Drone relic sites are nullsec only.
No,
Is that what
let
you
me
said?
see. No,
not
4
what you
new relic sites have been added in Rogue Drone Nullsec. Yeah, okay, so it's Nullsec only. Allowing intrepid explorers the opportunity to find and discover ancient. There's no Rogue Drone Lowsec, is there?
That's what I was asking. I didn't know if there was. I didn't know.
There is not Rogue Drone low sack.
Okay,
I
I
didn't
thought
think
there
there
was.
was.
But okay, there's not. Okay, all right, there you go. You guys knew. I didn't.
Potchvin changes.
Hell yeah.
Here we go. Everybody's
Ew.
second favorite thing.
I love that.
The optimal total value of the site or observatory flashpoints reduced from 3.5 to 3 billion.
Oh my god,
Aw.
I'm done. I'm never gonna do another one again.
Ooh, biomass.
500 million ish difference. That's ridiculous. Biomass.
How,
You might as
you'll
well
never
stop playing
financially
with it.
recover from this.
Never mind. That's government. You might. As well, you know what? You should probably fly to Iceland and bitch at him. That's that
100%.
egregious.
Spin the random dev wheel and let's fire that guy.
That guy. Oh, get that done. We need a fucking random. There's a website. Isn't there some where you can like a little add-on?
I wish there was like like a
No-
CCP fucking dustbane, and he'd be like the janitor of the building. Sometimes it would land on him. Fucking fire that guy! Like, what's wrong? Why?
And there's
He
a tiny-
sweeps.
There's a
He
tiny,
changes
tiny
the garbage
sliver,
cans
just
out.
fire them all. Right? There's
Yeah.
a chance. There's
Yeah.
a 1% chance. You just fire them all. Fuck it.
Yeah, fire everyone. Okay, fucking.
Sorry, I just railed. I'm sorry.
40% of the site's total value will now be given in the form of new stellar surveillance data commodities. These commodities can be looted from Observatory Rex. NPC buy orders for these commodities can be found in Concord, DED, and Secure Commerce Commission stations. So they've
So
added.
that's nullsec through highsec, right? Because isn't there one
Low-sec,
yeah.
Concord nullsec one?
No, there's no Concord stations in null, but there are Concord stations in low sec and high sec. So
Yeah.
you're going to have to
Okay, but there
Essentially-
is in low sec. Okay,
yes.
I knew I could get to them. I can't dock in high sec, so I knew I could get to a Concord station somewhere. I just didn't know it's low sec. Okay, thank you.
Yep. So you're going to have to filament your loot out of Potch and then take it to a low sec or high sec Concord station.
Or
and sell it.
wormhole it.
Yeah. The Secure Commerce stations are also in high sec. So you can take them. There's one in
So you
July.
can wormhole out of Potchman too, right? Or is that
Yeah.
nothing anymore?
Yes, there are wormholes out of Potch.
Okay.
So basically, what they've added is a version of Blue Loot to this. So instead of just getting a raw ISK reward, you have a version of Blue Loot that you have to then transport and sell, which gives the added risk of somebody catches you along the way, ganks you, and you drop your fancy loot, and then they take it. And now you're there. Your 3 billion is now their 3 billion because you've lost
And
these things.
I like the fact that they make
someone
it harder
can,
to farm this.
you can also, someone can go and ninja loot it while you're clearing the site. There actually was a video where someone went and stole the blue loot out from a Varga fleet.
Whoops.
From
Not
underneath
anymore
it?
because they nerfed how people were ninja looting it.
Oh shit.
All right. So only capsuleers within 15 kilometers of the Stellar Observatory are considered eligible for payouts. So you have to be within 50
50
kilometers of the thing.
What was it
No
before? Does anybody
seagulling.
know?
No seagulling
You
allowed. I
can
don't
cover
know.
distance. So
What
so
was it?
essentially
What was it before?
unlimited. So as long as you were in the second room,
Oh,
you would get a
okay.
payout. So you
So
when
this
you
is a
worked-
huge difference.
Yes, it nerfs Ishtars because the Ishtar, you basically drop heavies and then you orbit at like 200k because Ishtars have like a paper tank.
Yeah,
They
yeah, that
they
makes sense.
can't take Idicom, so it's all about speed and distance. So Ishtars are basically not usable, and it's hard to not PvP in sites because you can't boosh out.
Yeah.
So yeah, the changes will make it harder to if you're running a site and say someone brings a 50-man fleet to try to kill you, it's easier to catch you.
So you're
how
going
long,
to have
how
to
long
fight
did you have before?
if you want to hold the site.
But you only have
Yep.
30 minutes to finish now. What was it before?
Unlimited.
Oh Jesus! So this is huge changes.
Yep.
Yeah. So let's go
Keep
down.
going.
Let's go down the line here. Minimum amount of contribution to be eligible for payouts has been increased.
From what to what?
Uh,
Though? They don't tell you. So
doesn't
that's,
say.
Nothing to
that means
some
nothing.
amount.
Well, that means nothing to me because they don't tell me what it started
So-
at or what it ended.
So it
Originally
goes.
was
It's
0.
been increased from 0 to more than 1.
Not necessarily. It could be less than 1. We don't know.
Right. Okay. More than 0. From
More than
0.
0. From 0
to
to
more
more
than
than
0.
0. Yep. That's all we
So
know.
you've gone from I'm going to come in
Some
a
to none.
fucking
none
in
to
an
some.
interceptor and orbit at fucking 500 kilometers and scoop up some of
Okay.
your thing. Well, no, before it was you could unlimited,
Oh,
right?
before. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
before this,
So it used to be like I'll use an example: link ships. A link ship previously, even if it did nothing, would still get a payout. Now it has to do something.
What's the
besides links.
contributed? What's the contribution?
Damage dealt or damage wrapped.
That's what it is.
So-
Okay. Those are the only two attributes. Damage
Yeah.
dealt, damage repped. Okay. Thank you. That's all I need.
So like a link ship has to do some minimum amount of damage to count for the payout.
Yeah. Okay.
Hmm.
But now they have to
Or-
do more because they have to do, you think maybe they'll.
well, if you're
in a-
multi-boxing,
if you're in a link ship, you'll get a little more credit than others. Will it go down to that kind of thing?
Links don't count.
Well, they should. I fly link ships and I want to count. I like it when I count.
They don't count.
That's
They don't.
bullshit. I just don't count, huh?
This
Don't go
isn't
to
Sesame
Potchman.
Street. You don't get the count.
I don't go to Potchman.
all right. Moving on. The new threshold wear post sentry guns will aggress any capsuleer who goes beyond 50 kilometers from the stellar observatory. So not only do we have the 50 kilometer cap for being considered eligible for payouts, if you go outside the 50 kilometer ring, there are these wear post sentry guns that will then shoot you.
Who's okay? Wear post is that something you can become friendly with, or is that just they're
No.
always that's just always going to be aggressive to you? Okay, there you go. Thank
Always
you.
aggressive.
If you go outside the
Okay, thank you.
and each one does about 1,000 DPS.
I can handle that.
It's either 1,000 or 10,000. I don't
yeah, they're
remember.
all bullshit.
you'll be able to
They're
handle it,
weak.
but not
They're
for
weak.
very long.
No, they're weak.
Okay, sure.
I just don't let it
Once
affect
you're within the main combat area, capsuleers will now only have 30 minutes to complete the site. Well, this is going to change in a further patch note, so hold on to that one.
Oh, let me have
Uh,
I do have a question about that though.
Yeah.
Okay, well, complete the site. Is that multiple waves of the site? Are these how long are
Yes.
these? If you don't fuck around, is 30 minutes enough time to do it, or is it barely enough
Easily.
time? Okay, easily. That's what I was getting.
A good fleet completes the site in about 15 minutes.
Okay, thank you. All right.
Okay.
That's going to change, but I didn't understand
yeah.
that point of it. I just want to make sure I understood.
Any Edencom faction can now appear within the site, weighted towards the empire that owned the system before Pochvin's formation. So if it was a Caldari system before, Caldari rats will show up in the site. If it's a Galenti system,
Friendly to
Galenti rats
Econ,
will
though,
show
right?
up.
Yeah, okay, got it.
Right. Yeah.
And previously it was all Mars, so everybody would EM Therm tank.
Okay.
Which
But now,
also
now
has
it'll be
PM.
whoever. If you're in the Senda, it'll be the Caldar, the Galante stuff, right? Because isn't that Galante space or Caldari? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Sounds-
So-
yeah.
Wherever it is, it'll be those rats instead. But if you're on the other end of that triangle, it'll be another group's rats. Or yeah, right.
But one big thing that changes though is because it's not a Mar, everybody's not fully EM Therm tank. You have to Omni tank, so that helps makes lasers more viable for PvP.
Throughout the whole Pochvin.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because previously, like
Well, you don't have to Omni tank if you just have to look at the specific system that you're going to fly the observatories in, and then you tank for that faction's
Like
damage,
Senda,
right?
I think is Galante. So you just have to tank.
you're
for that.
assuming that people will just stay in one system.
No, but I'm saying
than
that
roaming.
system specifically would be
Well,
Galante. So
yeah,
that would be the
I
kind
am.
of ship that I don't tank against.
or at least refitting when they
Yeah, I
go
was
to
like,
a
if you're
new.
gonna go somewhere else, you can refit though. That's,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. In that each system will be different, or each section will be different, right? Because there's 3 triangles or 3 sections of it split between 9 systems. Is that right? Yeah.
yeah.
So if those 9
27
systems, I'll
systems.
bet 3 are one group, 3 are another group, 3 another group. So
No,
this is something
That's not how they're split up.
Are you sure?
I am sure.
Ah,
They're 27 systems, but they're not all they're not equally distributed to the 4 factions.
that's what I just said.
Some factions were harder to flip to Pochvin than other factions were. So
Mar.
I think most of them are Caldari. I think. I don't know.
Okay. I don't. Yeah. They do. Yeah. So they're not. It's not evenly split. Then what you're saying?
No, that's right. Yeah, it's not evenly split.
I would have guessed evenly. I was wrong. I didn't do it.
Sites are now visible within the combat anomalies section of both the air opportunities and agency windows. So, okay, so finding your sites is easier in Pochvin now. So that's a buff. So now all of these are nerfs until we get down here to the buff. Okay, perfect.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so this is not on your your directional scan or your overview. We were talking in the actual. You pull up those agency.
You pull up
windows, you'll be able to
the
find these sites
agency
there.
activities, pull up the agency. It's probably going to be under like fucking
Pochvin.
Well, combat anomalies.
Whatever.
That's,
Okay, yeah, comment on that. But,
It's
but
not
it's in the air. It's in the opportunities window,
Yeah.
or agency window.
Yeah.
Not
So
we're not-
you'll
we're
be
not
able
talking
to-
on the-
you'll be able to find flashpoint observatories easier because they're appearing in the agency window
It'll
now.
tell you where they are. I've never used it.
You don't have to have CCTV because all the major
you go.
groups in Pochvin would put a alt in every system, a cloaked alt that would constantly have the pro window open. So as soon as a observatory spawned, you instantly knew where it was.
Now you don't need that.
Correct.
No.
The game will do it for you.
Yeah.
Correct. Right. It'll tell you.
That's
for
right.
you.
Yep.
Yeah.
That seems
Info
like
panel
that seems
objectives
like
will now
a-
appear. So info panel, like just like the nullsec sites where the info panel will tell you how many ships you have left. The info
Watch
panel
me.
will now tell you how to keep track of the site's current state. So there we go. Even the Potchman guys will be on time for dinner, and they won't get yelled at by their wife.
No, they
The
still will. They'll
activation,
still be yelled at
well, they'll
because
probably still get yelled at. Yeah, because 3 billion is not enough. So they're going to want to do one quick more. Oh, no, one more site before dinner,
You
honey.
know
One
what?
more.
You know what? You're 100% accurate. I know you're being funny,
Yeah.
but you're not wrong.
No.
I guarantee that's
Yeah.
what happened.
Yeah.
I gotta do one more site.
Your lasagna's getting
Yeah.
cold. Ma, not now.
Put it
Not now.
in the oven. It'll be
I
on
got
in
one
one
there's,
minute.
more.
there's 2 more waves.
The activation range of the assault vector gate has been slightly increased. That's a buff.
That's funny.
Yep.
Eden
Well,
Com
and also, it's also a buff to PvPing because it makes it harder for people to cloak interdictors and bubble the gate to keep people from coming in,
perfect.
or being able to split people trying to enter the gate to fuck fleets up.
So similar to faction warfare sites where you can warp in at like 70k and still be able to slide the gate.
Yep. Or in this case, in this case, it won't drop you at a specific. Like if you warp at 70 and 0, it doesn't drop you at the same spot like an FW Plex. This, like
Okay.
if you warp at 0, because a popular tactic would be is you would check beforehand and set your warp in. So like if you warp from a gate to a flashpoint and you landed at 50, you would then fleet warp everybody to the flashpoint at 50. So you would land at 100 and then just boost down.
Okay.
You can't boost though anymore, so they nerfed that.
Oh yeah, that's going to come in the next few things here, right? EdenCom NPCs will now significantly outnumber Triglavians within the assault vector area. Cloaking is disabled within proximity of a stellar observatory, so no more cloaked up interdictors. MJDs and microjump field generators are disabled while within the proximity of a stellar observatory. There you go.
Yep, it keeps people from booshing off.
Yeah.
Because another popular tactic that used to be done back in the day is you park a boosher on the observatory flashpoint, and then everybody activates, you boosh, and by the time when you land from your boosh, it will then trigger the warp effect, and you'll warp from 100k off. So if the Dictor doesn't bubble you before the boosh goes off, you are unbubbleable.
Oh, okay.
That was big back when it was 2500 to activate the gates.
So this next one, warp drives are disabled while within proximity of a stellar observatory wreck. What does that mean? I can't warp away from it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Until you're
like
outside of its range.
It's like an
whatever the
ESS
range is, yeah.
thing. Probably.
Exactly. It's like an ESS. So if you try to go loot the observatory rack,
okay.
it's harder. It's an anti-ninja loot.
It's another
You can't
100
just burn
MN afterburner thing.
Okay.
Yep. You got to burn
I
50
get it
clicks
now.
away from it before you can warp.
Pop-up and local chat messages have been replaced with a one-time transmission conversation. That's great.
One quick. So the proximity thing, does it prevent MJDs though?
I think so. I think they said in one of the patches, one of the patch notes that is the case.
Okay, I was like, you can MJD in, loot it, and then wait like the 20 seconds or whatever to MJD out.
Well, yeah, because another popular thing was, especially with the multi-boxing Vargers, was you group up and say you had a fleet of 15. If someone brought, say, 3 or 4 fleets to fuck with you, you would just stay as long as you could and then boosh out and warp.
Okay.
And if you were on the ball as far as having dictors on the gate, you could pretty much get away.
Right. Okay, and then the last one, audio. Audio is very important. Eve does have sound.
Yeah.
A new controller has been added that plays Atmo, atmospheric sound, for the station based on race. New Atmo plays on Amar, Galenti, Caldari, and Minmatar, small, medium, and large stations. So there you go. New in-station sounds. I'm in Zarzak, so I don't get the new sounds. That's a shame. Okay. So that was all the
Oh, good
patch
finish, Dad.
notes.
That's a shame.
That's the patch notes from Tuesday, the 12th. Since then, more patch notes have come out. So we'll go on now
Changing
to
some of this stuff, correct?
yeah, it's going to change a lot of stuff. So patch notes for the 13th. And I'll give you the link for all the patch notes here. 1 second. Control copy. There you go. So if you're following along, you're going to go all the way down. And then the patch notes for the 12th are on the bottom. And then you scroll up and you'll see the patch notes for the 13th. So features and changes from the 13th. Balance. Increased the signature radius of mercenary dens from 500 meters to 10,000 meters to improve how much damage capital sized missiles and fighters can apply to them. Okay, so that just makes it so
That's
that
a nice change.
yeah, so now you can use your capitals to reinforce mercenary dens instead of having smaller ships do it for you. So that's fun. More capitals out in space to do things. That's what people wanted, right? And then the next one is the ship information window. They added the option to filter out acquired skills in the mastery subtabs. Sure. Added the option to collapse all skill groups in the mastery subtab. This mastery skill groups now remember their collapse state during the session. Slightly increase the minimum width of the window. Clicking ship icons that previously opened the preview window will now open the ship information window on the skins tab. Clicking skin icons that previously opened the preview window will now open the ship information window on the skins tab with the skin applied. Added quotes, attributions, and designers for the remaining ships. So let's look at my cursor and we'll see what they're talking about. If I go down to skins,
Oh, I had this up.
and I want to
I actually can show it on the thing real quick.
look at like the sanguinary savant skin. Okay,
I like that one.
that's a good one.
Yeah, like here. So let me expand the
But
window.
if I'm in my
tab, like you can now, like right here, I got on the stream. So now the show info tab, you can look at the ship, but you got your tabs on the side here. You can look at stuff, but you have the skins on the bottom. So now instead of having to go to that other tab on the top, the personalization, you just have them all on the side here now on the general info tab.
Yeah.
So it's just convenient for that. It's just there's
oh okay. The thing they're talking about too is like, so if you're in the personalization tab on your character sheet and you want to see what a skin looks like, when you click the preview button for the skin, instead of it opening a window with a picture of the ship with the skin on it, it opens a ship information window on the skin tab already with that skin applied.
Okay. Yeah.
There are some small bugs though with it. They actually sometimes it will not generate your own personalization skins though.
How could it be?
Okay, yeah, Skinner's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
But pertaining to the sound system, when they recently added it, if you actually sit outside a station, you'll even hear things like Morse code being generated. It's like it'll sound like there's all kinds of stuff. Some stations, like a Genolution station, is absolutely scary to get around. It is like the weirdest thing you'll ever hear while you're moving around it.
I'm looking at the new
So, like,
ship preview now in game. I'm looking at it just to see if I can notice a difference. Now, I do a lot of drugs, so I'm probably not going to notice a difference, but I'm going to try.
Okay.
Yes, it does a shining. So Santiago, it does a shining system. So it'll actually pulse. It'll pulse color change.
Right.
So it'll actually, if you actually were to do the old system would just pop up the skin, and maybe depending on which direction you move the ship, you'd see a reflection change. This one actually does a pulse. So it's like almost like some of those weird car commercials. Have you ever seen the car commercial where they pass the light over the car?
Not the weird ones.
Different
I don't watch
Oh,
weird
I know.
shit.
I see what you're talking about. So there's a lighting effect on the preview. So instead of you trying to like angle it to get the right reflection off the sun to see what it's going to look like, the light
Doing it for you.
is good. The light source is going to move around the ship to get you like, here's where the shiny bits are. Here's where the fucking, you know,
I do like the shiny bits.
no, everybody likes the shiny bits.
I know.
Holy
We're
shit.
all dirty,
Side
right?
green burn. That's a bright ass skin.
All right. Ship information window. Good. Defect fixes audio. The breacher SFX is now behaving correctly when shields are active. Okay. I didn't know there was an issue, but fixed.
I wonder if it just shows
gameplay.
like hitting on the shield.
Fixed an issue where time remaining on the secure column for my orbital skyhooks in the structure browser was sorting alphabetically and not. This is all silliness. Supercarrier close range fighter missile abilities will now apply full damage to mercenary dens. Good.
It's all silliness. Are you sure?
The Cenotaph now correctly warps at 3.5 AU a second instead of 2.7 AU a second. The shield
they
boost
buffed
bonus
it
per
already.
level.
What the fuck?
They nerfed it already. They nerfed it already.
That's a buff. That's a buff.
It's a buff. They're
What?
They're buffing this broken
It
ass.
works
shit.
faster.
It was a mess the first
I
day.
guess if you're gonna
works fast
spend
now.
14,
everything was not working.
if you're gonna spend 14 billion on a battle cruiser, it better not be slow, right?
No,
The shield,
12 billion. That's a good price. I'm on board.
the
Fucking
shield
take it.
boost bonus per level of Caldari Battlecruiser is now correctly applying instead of always being at level 1 level of 7.5%. That would have been a fucking piss off if you were a day one Cenotaph user and you're only getting this 7.5% bonus instead of the full fucking, what is it? 5 times 7 is 35. 37.5%. Yeah.
37.5.
Holy fuck balls! This is stupid expensive.
Wait, what? The
The projectile and
37.5
missile
bonus to what?
optimal and fall off roll bonus is now being correctly applied at 25% instead of 7.5%. Okay. Cenotaph fixed. Got it.
We're on the patch notes now.
Yep.
Yeah. Do we know where though?
You were starting
We're
at
on
the bottom,
we're
right?
on the
Going up.
patch notes that came out on the 13th.
What 13? Thank you. Okay.
And then we're moving on to graphics, the graphics changes. Skinner live rendered icon caching has been refactored. Okay, Skinner stuff. Great. Fixed an issue where a non-interactable rock formation was a selectable item. Fixed an issue where some asteroids within dungeons had low resolution textures and UV stretching. Fixed an issue where some decorative shipwrecks had misplaced or missing fire particles.
This is on 13th, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Galenti dreads and certain rogue dungeon NPCs no longer flicker from a distance. Oh my god, that flicker thing fucking drives me banana sandwich.
That was a real thing then. So that's good.
It's a
it's
real
gone.
thing. It's only fixed on the rogue drone NPCs and Galenti dreads. So fix it on the rest of the goddamn game.
I've not noticed it
enough.
yet, so I'm now going to be watching for it.
Oh, you'll see. Yeah, I see it all the time. Localization. Removed white space at the start of a sentence in the confirm bid window for auction contracts. Added traits to the Mednox Moon Drill. Added the fact that the Rorqual Panic module gives 10x bonus to.
So it's actually
shield
easier to
regen.
use the moon drill. This is good. These are good changes.
Yeah.
Well, this is localization is just like language stuff, right? It's just like text. And...
Yeah, it's just language stuff. Fixed text being cut off in several
Access
places.
the service module is easier. If it's easier, it's easier. Don't be detracting from their fucking glorious.
Added a traits to the Mednox Moon Drill so that it's easy to access the service
There you
module
go.
and include
Don't be
information about the
knocking their
Mednox.
fucking
getting a
amazing,
reinforcement
glorious
cycle.
changes. Yeah.
All right, settle down. Fixed text, fix the mercenary den management skill not having a description, which was a meme on Reddit where people were just looking. It was funny. What were they doing? So like, the mercenary den management skill now says allows control of one structure per level. Okay, up to a maximum of 5. It used to say mercenary den management as the skill, and then the description was mercenary den management.
Yeah, only one thing.
That's
And
it.
you were like,
Well, yeah, that's what it does. It helps you manage.
What's it do? Yeah,
It
mercenary
manages
den
mercenary
management.
dens.
What's it do? Oh, it's mercenary den management.
Unless you
Oh,
manage
okay.
You see the
mercenary
new
dens.
version too, though.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've seen the new version. Yeah.
Yeah, the one that actually has the defenders.
How is
on it.
that not the most greatest middle management fucking sentence I've ever heard? What does it do? I manage dens. That's fantastic.
Oh, did you ever read the description from the Mercenary Den about Upwell?
I don't
No.
read anything.
You'll type in Mercenary. It'll pop up as a deployable. There are 2 of them. Look at the first one, read its info card, and then read the next one.
All right, it's
Now
like
I have to do it.
I know, and I did this earlier. I don't remember what it said.
You're talking about this the Seneschal?
Yeah,
Not the Seneschal, the other one, because the other one says Upwell management, go die peacefully. Basically.
Oh. The Deathless has released a statement that any Upwell legal teams bothered about misuse of the transneural echo burn scanner booths included within the structure should kindly leave and pass away peacefully. Wow. Okay.
Ouch.
Get fucked and die.
Yep, pretty much. And what does the other one say?
That's just the mercenary den. Yeah.
Well, theirs is like mostly defense, and they talk about they have like little game consoles and things for people to hang out while they're waiting for action.
Okay, cool. Where were we? Yep, information window. Fix an issue in the skills tab. Fix an issue with ship preview. Fix an issue. Skill training buttons in the skills tab can be fully hidden when the window's width was very small. Fixed an issue where some translations were causing UI issues. Added missing translations for a couple of words. Fixed typos and punctuations. Fixed an issue where the show in ship tree button was displayed for a few ships that are not present in the ship tree. Corrected the
That's
background faction logo for a few ships. Fixed an
That's
issue
annoying.
where when UI scaling was not 100%, the contents in the Windows large view were scaling incorrectly.
That's
Fixed an issue where the fitting tab of the Prime A would fail to render. Who flies a Prime A anyways? Fixed
I
an
have
issue.
one.
Well, you might have one. Do you fly it?
No.
Yeah, there you go.
Got it now though.
Fixed an issue where the contents of the window would fail to render if it was opened by clicking the info icon of a ship in a contract. Oh, okay.
Thanks, Secret.
So big fixes to the ship information window. User interface.
okay.
Fixed an
That's
issue where
okay.
players who had a market group opened, which was removed, would no longer be able to open the market without resetting their settings. Oh, that's
for the
seems
Imperium.
super inconvenient, but now it's good.
Well, there's actually a bug for the last few days that if like you had the Sebix Sani vials
Santiago.
and you tried to put them in the market, it would actually jam the game, lock it up.
Oh no.
And when they added also the Deathless stuff recently and some other materials they added, same issue started
Deathless.
cropping up again.
Really?
Yeah, so you
Interesting.
had to go back into your launcher and you had to verify all your files in order to get the
Santiago
market.
won.
Gross.
Good job, buddy.
What?
Santiago won the skin. I don't know what he
Legit.
won. It's a skin, I'm sure, right? Drayden's giving it away, so it must be great.
Okay, so that's the patch notes for the 13th, and now
We're
we
on
go
the
on
14th.
to the 14th. Now, here's some Pochvin stuff. Pochvin Observatory flashpoints increase the site timeout timer to 45 minutes from 30. Why did they do that?
Probably to allow for
So-
PvP.
Well, I guess, yeah.
Or
on
is
grid.
that, or yeah, because it can't be that they weren't fucking running them efficiently. They were.
No.
Yeah, it's gotta
Yeah.
be for yeah.
But if you came in there to fight, you would take longer to do it. So I guess the chances were that during the fight, the observatory flashpoint would despawn because the 30-minute timer would be up, and then nobody gets anything.
And no more monitors in the flashpoint. A whole
Monitors are no longer permitted to activate the acceleration gate. Yeah. They've
I'll
increased
be
the
honest.
DPS. Okay.
I did Podgefin for several years. The number of monitors I saw in a site, 0.
Same here.
Yeah. Yeah, I
There's
wouldn't
no
think
reason to
you'd
put a
need-
monitor in it.
But
It's
I
fucking
wonder why
useless.
though. I wonder why they made this change. then.
Because when they changed all the wear posts and everything else, they were because of their resistance so high,
Oh, there's
people
not really
started
affecting
using
you?
them
Yeah.
like literally within the day of all the Poachman changes, and
Oh.
immediately people went absolutely
makes sense.
insane. They slapped it down,
As they should. No, that's that was an unintended
which is kind of funny because it's like, well, you added something that's going to make people immediately go looking for a resist profile, so that's the first choice they're going to go for. I was thinking it was, they're probably going to go for that. Oops, yep, they did.
Okay.
So my Phoenix does better DPS, or just the NPC Phoenixes do better DPS?
But you don't have a state Navy Phoenix.
How do you know? You don't know what I got.
You don't.
Damn it! I got a Navy Phoenix though.
Yeah, you do.
It's just
Increase the
Edicom
DPS
Phoenix.
of the state Navy Phoenix, which appears in the Caldari variant of the site.
That's a PvE thing, right?
Yeah.
I don't care. Move
Mhm.
on.
Tractor beams can no longer move the observatory and Dreadnought Rex.
That's stupid.
Threshold wear
The
posts will now
full-
occasionally switch targets.
That's stupid.
Okay. Well, no, because
It's probably
If
the same
you
thing with the
target elf,
monitor.
I
You
don't
put a
want this
monitor
to
in
be dominant.
to take
Yeah.
all the aggro from the wear post because it has tiny S sig,
Yeah,
high resist.
that's Toby's job.
Rapid.
Go get it. Move on.
Mhm. Well, the
But-
other thing was like the tractor beam thing. Even before the early versions, I remember one time getting into a site that was already completed and going in and actually, because at the time the wrecks actually scrammed in an area. So if you actually flew up to it, but the only way to get rid of the scram effect was you actually had to salvage the wreck and make it disappear.
I don't
So
like that.
it's a
I
little
do like
interesting
I
because
do
now
like the
it
next one
forces
though.
people to go and collect the stuff. You have to go
Okay.
and collect the material, or else you're going to get stuck on grid. It's interesting.
I don't like that.
You also have to salvage it. It's a lot of materials, though.
So if you don't have a salvager, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Why would I ever have a salvager on my ship ever? That's stupid. I'm not doing
Open
it.
high slot
What's this one?
with like 10
Drone.
50 space.
I like this one.
Drone targeting. You don't even know what it means.
I do.
Okay, you explain it to me.
So
Drone
if you have-
targeting NPCs will
I have
now
an
attack
NPC.
drones
I have an NPC
regardless
ship
of their
that
standings
will
towards
attack.
the drone's
That
owner.
attacks your drones. Right. I have an NPC sleepers
Okay.
attack your drones. Not
Yeah.
only will they attack your drones, they're now going to e-war you.
Oh, okay.
So the multiple target engagement. They're not going to just target one thing
No,
only. And
they
that's
fuck
it.
you. They said right there, please primary target. That's me. I'm always a primary target, so they're gonna fucking
Okay.
e-war me
do
while
like
they're
that.
attacking my drones.
Makes
That makes
sense.
complete
Because
sense.
it used to be the AI in some of the events. What would happen is the AI would actually switch targets and start doing EWAR to your drones while they were attacking the
And,
drones.
and they shouldn't be. They
Now
should be
they can
e-boarding
tag
you,
both.
attacking your drones. Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And
they're
drone, and
they're
they
tagging
also
both.
will continue to attack your drones no matter if you like them or not. So if you're friendly,
Mm.
fuck you. I'm gonna attack your drones anyway. I
Yeah.
don't like this
So
next.
basically,
This next one's dumb, right?
Mm.
What if my standing is
basically
blue?
it's
Are
like
you gonna still attack my drones? No, fuck off.
yeah, the Triglavian, it'll be interesting because in the Triglavian space, people with
It makes a
positive standing
difference
can
because you
always
can be
switch.
positive standing to both people. Now, how's that?
Mhm.
That's gonna make it. This actually has impact on the game.
Yeah.
The Potchman impact anyway.
All
Like
right.
LB's impressed.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
No, you're
Zernicher
Zarzak, not your
Blueprint.
Bob Potch fan. Sorry.
That's right. Zernicher Blueprint Data Vault crates now use the hacking display when opened. Updated the title that appears when opening a Zernicher Blueprint Data Vault crate.
Oh, it just tells you what you're doing.
Yeah.
Well, okay, is it like the event
Subpylons.
unlocking? Is it like the event when you unlock an event loot box and it zigzags, or is it
Oh, it
going
has
to
a
be like
title
actual
now.
hack mode?
No, hacking is the same thing. They look the same, right? That
I think, yeah.
crisscross. Yeah, they kind of look the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that probably works.
Subpylons are now indestructible and will despawn when the site ends.
That's ridiculous. I like killing subpylons.
Improved performance when loading transmission conversations.
This might be a biomass fucking type situation.
Oh, okay, you're talking about okay, so all that material from the Deathless
Spin the wheel.
information
In the wheel,
make
baby.
it easier.
I'm making a wheel.
Yeah, so the information that pops up in either the pop-up windows or in local chat is now going to be like transmission conversation. So I think it opens up a private convo with you.
Okay, so that's not local.
Or
No.
maybe
Usually
it gives
where
that pop up like when you get an escalation.
I think they specifically said that that's what they're not doing. They're not doing the local chat. They're not doing the pop-up. They're doing a transmission conversation. So I think it's a private combo.
Oh, okay, okay. You mean the stuff
Yeah,
that
you're
pops up on
right.
like a screen? Okay, so the screen, like if you actually start doing steps in a dead space, there'll be little
Yeah.
screens that pop up.
Yeah.
So they're trying to simplify that so it's not lagging or having problems along the way.
Yeah. Our user interface. It's now possible to show info on an item trader and view what recipes it has and what it requires for each. Okay.
Hmm.
I think this is specific to Zarzak and the two structures that you can trade with to get the BPCs and the skill books.
Hmm.
So you can, instead of having to fly up and interact with the trader, you can show info on it from a distance, and it'll show you what recipes it has and what it requires for each one.
No one likes to fucking deal with traders, right?
Yeah.
They said
Well,
they
like-
increased the range of that with 10 kilometers now.
I think that's in the next day's patch.
Get ahead of yourself.
Yeah, we got to finish 14th before we get to the 15th. Okay, here we go. We the elements of heat sink, gyro stab, entropic radiation sink, mag field stabs, and biochemical material icons have been enlarged and repositioned for better readability. So there's the first pass over the new module icons to make them a little bit more easier to tell the difference. Cool. Defect fixes gameplay. No longer possible to take encrypted infomorphs from a mercenary den that passively regenerated enough shields to go over 50% while reinforced. What? You can't take encrypted infomorphs from a mercenary den that's passively regenerated enough shields to go over 50% while reinforced.
Meaning someone
It makes
steal.
complete sense. Yeah, for sure.
So somebody reinforces your mercenary den.
Mhm.
The reinforcement timer is up, and now you're watching it repair itself, right? You have to actively repair it in order to take the shields out once the shields are over, or in order to take the infomorphs out once it's over 50%. Is that what it's saying?
Basically, meaning you can't take something out of
You
something
can't
that's
take it
already
out if it's
past
passively regenerated.
past 50%. Supposedly, there was some discussion about some of the weird mechanics of stealing infomorphs from mercenary dens. So there's
Okay.
still a lot of debate going on about it because I think there's gonna be more iterations on that.
All right. We'll see what
Hey,
that brings
gents.
us. Yeah.
I'm gonna drop for the fight. I'll probably hop back on
Watch
afterwards.
the fight too.
All right, bud.
Damn it.
Okay, no problem, Vlad.
Where we going? Parchment Observatory flashpoint changes. Standard. Well, we could use Vlad for this. Standard combat NPCs will no longer occasionally select drones as primary targets. Oh, no more drone aggro.
What?
For those sites.
AFK TARs are back. I mean, they kind of already are, but like even more.
Standard combat NPCs. Edencom Dreadnought NPCs will now always warp in within 40 kilometers of the Stellar Observatory. That's important because you can't go outside of 50 kilometers from the thing, or you'll get shot by the werepost, right? Triglavian NPCs will now attack Edencom NPCs unprovoked within the assault vector area. Raptor NPCs will now use railguns rather than pulse lasers. So remember we talked about different faction NPCs will show up in different systems depending on where that system is from. This was one of the problems they were having, was that Raptor, which is a Caldari ship, was using pulse lasers instead of railguns, so that's fixed. Good.
They probably took off my stuff.
The primary material slot is now correctly applied to the Bane and Revelation Navy issue within the Skinner. Graphics. The primary material slot is now correctly. We just talked about that. Okay. Localization. Fix the name of the item trader site name in Zarzak. Ship information window. Added a missing tooltip for ship insurance. Fixed an issue where the ship insurance icon was missing. Fixed an issue where the character info was missing from the sidebar and the overview tab for the character's assembled ships. User interface. It's now possible to view the planets section of the agency in wormhole space so that you can view the planetary industry card. Cool. That was patch notes for the 14th. Now, today, the 15th, even more patch notes.
They have been really busy.
The one we talked about already. Well, this is typical, right? Like, well, not typical, but this is to be expected. They dropped a big expansion. Things are not working as intended, and now they're going along and stomping out bugs where they find them. The Revenant daily login rewards for day 10 and day 14 have been swapped, so players don't have to log in for all 14 days to get the biggest reward. Hooray.
Yay.
Cheaters. I want them to log in. They shouldn't get shit if they don't log in. Fuck off.
Okay.
Do your damn job.
Missions and NPCs. With the renovation to update nullsec anomalies and bug fixes for the NPC dreadnoughts released in Revenant, we did not intend to significantly impact nullsec income with the changes to the NPCs warping in instead of spawning in place. We also have not made any intentional changes to the AI used by the NPCs, which would cause them to attack drones more frequently. So people screeching about the drone AI, the drone aggro, Ishtar's, wrong. You're just bad at the game.
Yeah. No, it's people
Yeah,
literally
they
AFK.
didn't change things to make you bad. You're just bad.
It's people AFK. I see it sometimes. I'll go out ratting and I'll warp into a site that's obviously half done, and there's an elite Galente wreck in the site. I'm like, someone fucking died.
Yeah,
And they're Ishtar
yeah.
because they weren't actually watching.
Yeah. But like,
Well, but the,
so
the thing,
because
yeah, I
the AIs are warping in instead of spawning into the center, it's easier for them to warp in further away from your ship than you had intended them to appear. And now instead of seeing you, they only see drones. So then they aggress the drones, whereas they would have aggressed you. The solution that we found on day fucking 1 was orbit the thing closer, and now everything is fine. Easy. Instead,
it is.
or we could spin the wheel of devs, choose one to be fired, and then go on Reddit and post a giant diatribe of how fucking awful this game is and how terrible the company is, but still remain in the subreddit and play the game on a daily basis. Anyways, whatever.
Yeah.
To address these concerns,
it is.
they increased several battleship and battlecruiser NPC bounties found primarily in nullsec between 30 to 40%.
Hell
That's
yeah.
big numbers to compensate for the reduction in efficiency for AoE farming, smart bombs, Stormbringers, Thunderchilds, due to the NPCs warping in and potentially requiring a higher level of activity for increased drone management for drone setups. We are also happy for this to be a significant boost for more active forms of ratting that were not as directly impacted, such as Marauder ratting.
That's my
So,
shit. Oh, Timber.
yeah.
Timber rating. What's up?
Hey, Timber.
LB,
Hooray!
LB,
Welcome, everybody.
I've gone and done what you asked me, what you asked for.
They're going
What's
line by
that?
line through his patch notes.
Click on the link.
No, I like this though, because I do Marauder rating.
Oh my
So
goodness.
this is just gonna be a cash boost.
Is that all of them?
It's all the ones listed
Where's-
on the Eve
Good night,
Discord.
Timber.
Where's CCP Dustbane?
Hey Timber, baby, I love you, man.
How do I spin it?
Just click on
Never
the wheel.
mind. There it goes.
Then you can
Who are
choose
we
to remove
firing?
that person or just continue. Yeah.
Wait, they already made this?
No, I just did.
Oh,
That's how amazing. I am.
CCP Emerald.
Gone.
CCP
Don't
Emerald, you need to be
quit
fired for the
fucking
drone
up.
aggro changes that aren't actually a thing.
Wait, how'd you make this?
I love it.
Amazing.
We have a winner, CCP Harvin. Remove. Wait, it didn't actually
That's
remove them
fucking-
from the wheel though.
Well,
That's funny.
it might not click on them again though if you.
Oh, I was
click
like,
on
is it should remove them from a wheel and then just combine their spot with one, like 50-50 chance of whichever one next to them gets combined with, so then that person's spot is bigger.
You clicked on Harvin too though. I got Harvin also. Oh, that's shortfall that time. Shortfall.
Oh no, it did.
CCP shortfall. You're gone.
It did remove them. I think it replaced them with Helmar.
I just hit close. I didn't hear. Remove.
All right, so they increased the bounties on battle cruisers. What does it say?
Battle cruisers,
battleships, and battle cruisers,
Some of
and
them,
then
some
so
of
that's going to result in a total average bounty increase for popular nullsec elements. Hubs are going up by 28.4%, rally points by 28.5%, patrols by 30.2%, havens 31.7%, Forsaken hubs 34.5%, hordes 34.7%, sanctums 35.7%, and forsaken sanctums and teeming hordes 36%
Yeah,
increase.
look at that.
As somebody who doesn't do ratting, were these needed? Is this a good change?
I just like it because it's more
If
money.
Vlad was still here, we would know.
I mean,
Well, here's where the interesting thing is. Most of those NPCs also show up in LowSec.
Why
That's
is
going to be a very
Chaos doing
interesting
that?
thing.
We have
I
drops.
mean, I'm fine with it.
That's one thing I'm actually right now going to check on because I know the targets and I know exactly where
Yeah.
to find them.
Did you
And
tell
so I'm
people
going to
there's
check them.
there's drops?
I
We
don't
have
like.
drops tonight.
Yeah,
Mysterious,
drops
Mysterious
are
Gal
active.
Net Crate.
Yeah,
on
drops are
tonight.
active. Oh wait, I didn't see that there was an active one. Going
Yeah,
right now.
Mysterious Gal Net Crate
Yeah.
going on right now.
Yep.
I checked.
Good
it.
job,
Okay.
Drayden.
I checked at the start of the show. I didn't see one, but anyway.
No, it did. But it's because of you. I've got 34%. I love you.
Oh.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. But no,
So
it's
this
I like
wasn't-
it. It's
This
it's just,
wasn't required when you could AFK it, right?
Mm.
Because you could spin 3 or 4 Ishtars in 3 or 4 different havens and just call it a fucking day and make all this money.
I
But
still
now that
don't
you
know
have to
how
like
people do it.
actively
I
manage your drones, the increase to income means that they're able to maybe downsize their fleet by 1 or
So,
2 and
according to the
maintain
wheel,
a level of
CCPP
income.
gave us all these changes.
Yeah, so I don't know how people do I mean, back in the day when just your drones never got shot, like the age of the AFK tar. But
Yep.
now it's people are still like, oh, you just fit it up right, and you just pretty much do the same thing, and maybe once in a while you lose an Ishtar because they go wild and do something. But I tried it at first doing it that way, and it's like they always shot my drones. Like it's like I would have to actively rat in one Ishtar because my drones would die every single fucking time if I didn't like.
That's what they're supposed to do, isn't it?
But it's like, how do people like AFK in these sites? Like I see people doing it all the time. Like, how do you do it and like not just instantly lose all your drones all the time? But I don't know. Paladin works better. Paladin's just better.
Wow.
Right.
they fucking
That-
said-
that-
For
that's
rally
Print
points?
money with the Paladin.
that's an active form of ratting, like because
Yeah.
you're using your paladin to actively target ships and engage them. So
Yes,
your income is going to go up.
I know, and I
So
like that because
active ratting is being rewarded. Passive ratting is being downsized.
Which has
I'm
been the
fine with
theme
that.
forever, right? That's a
Yeah.
fair. That's just they'd rather just be active than passive. I get it.
That's right.
just
Yep.
don't like crabbing. So if I can make the money I need faster and have to spend less time doing it, awesome.
If you send it to me, Drayden, I will double it. I promise.
All right, cool. I'll do that.
All right, a Zarzak change. Increase the radius of the Zarzak Reitaru item traders to be the same as a regular Reitaru. So players don't have to be as close to the asset. Increase the minimum interaction
Is this something
range.
you've run into, being a Zarzak person, or no?
So some of the issues that we're seeing in Zarzak is increased traffic in Zarzak to interact with this stuff, and that has meant an increase in people trying to shoot that traffic.
Okay.
So you'll see everybody
It makes it a
grouped
little
around.
safer for people then.
It makes it a little bit safer, right? Like not completely safe. You're never completely safe.
I don't know, but
But-
a little added a little safer, just a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So okay, change then. Really,
It's fine. This isn't going to break.
this
the
isn't
game
going to
if
ruin
people are
Zarzak
allowed
for you. Yeah.
No, that's not at all. Yeah, they increased the minimum interaction range to trade with the thing from 2.5 to 10K.
You ever
There we
had
go. That's
garlic stuffed
fine.
olive?
Yeah, they're good.
I'm gonna have one right now.
You should. Ever had a blue cheese stuffed olive?
Yes, they're fucking
Yeah.
fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Defect fixes gameplay. It's now possible to Black Ops Bridge and take conduit jumps with the Tholos and Cenotaph, which
They're
we
not able
thought
to-
would be
yeah, you
right
think
from
that-
day one, right? Because
Yeah,
they're called
that's-
Kavop ships.
That's how it's supposed to work.
Mhm.
Been pissed if they not had that ability. Yeah, that'd been
Imagine
stupid.
spending like
Well-
15 billion on a ship and can't even use it the way it's supposed to work.
Would you imagine like the
Yeah.
day it's day 2, you own a Cenotaph. I spent 15 billion on this ship, and you're sitting on the Redeemer, and they're like, "Get ready, here we go. All right,
I
take the fucking
can't
bridge."
jump.
And you're like, "Oh, what's not fucking working? My 15 billion is fucking. Oh my god!"
Which would be hilarious if like you were like the linchpin of damage, and so
Yeah.
the other
Yeah,
four
we
dudes that
definitely-
bridged in just all die now. And
Yeah.
you're like, I'm clicking
Billions-
bridge, I'm clicking.
Billions
I
of bits
hope
worth of ships
that's
killed
why
because
they
the
made
me
Cenotaph
say
didn't
that.
show up.
Yeah, I'm
hope
clicking
that
jump,
happens
and
to
everyone just
somebody.
fucking
That's
hates
funny.
you and your expensive ass shit.
Yeah, I would definitely be spinning the wheel after that.
Yeah.
Oh, should we spin it? Who did this?
Who's getting fired for that one?
Let me spin it. It's spin. Hold on. Here we go. Here we go. I'll let you know in 1 second. Here we go. Here we go. CCP placebo. You're out.
Fucking gone.
Fucking
Fired.
placebo. He's got to go.
I didn't realize we were doing that.
Oh yeah.
So if you were
We got a whole
CCP,
wheel
who
for
was
it.
you,
Turn on the
BLB?
fun.
I wasn't even gone that long.
I don't know.
We're having fun.
Now you're CCPLB. That's what you said.
Oh, that's
Okay.
big. Right,
Yeah.
you know what, fuck it.
Localization. Added missing German translation for some ship quotes. Added missing German translation for a couple of words and tooltips in the ship information window.
Hmm.
And then user interface. Fix an issue where the Skinner shortcut and the ship name could be missing from the skin subtab in the personalization section in the fitting window.
You know, in all honesty, the like 4 people that affected, this is a huge
Yeah.
this is a huge deal for them, right? Because
Oh, yeah.
the 4
Yeah.
people that were affected
Mm.
by it, I'm sure it was shitty.
There are 4
Yeah.
Germans in this game.
The motherfuckers.
Mm,
I think there's more than 4.
There's more than 4 in my
Truthful
group.
or
Yeah,
light.
they don't count.
So the big
Josh
deal
was
on this one
German.
was the increase to
Money.
the value of those rats to make up for the change in mechanics of the rats warping in and not just spawning in the
I'm
same
just gonna
place.
ask you,
every
so
time.
is this like there's less of them? Is that why there's more value to them? Or
No.
or
No, it's just
There's
so when you're doing the rats, normally when the next wave appears, it just appears and you can just instantly start going after them. Now they have to
Yeah.
warp in, so there's time where they're warping in, you can't do any damage, so you're just like waiting.
you're just watching them warp in.
But that's
You're
like
listening to
the
the
smart
thump as they
bombing.
land, and you're like, ooh.
Yeah, the smart bombing groups is normally they would appear and your smart bombs are just going up, or your the Edencom ships just instantly blast them away. Now you can't do that. But if you're say ratting it like I was saying in a Marauder, you're actively shooting, and oftentimes if you're doing like the hordes or whatever, havens or whatever you're doing, but like a lot of times the new waves are coming in before you finish clearing a wave. And so you might kill the trigger rat that triggers the next wave to come in. There's 2 or 3 more. So you just start shooting those ones that are still on grid, and the next wave comes in, and by the time they land, you're just ready to shoot them. So you don't actually lose any time, but you just get more money now. Whereas the other methods, you had to wait for them to land before you. So you just spend time just sitting there doing no damage.
very cool. Very cool. You know why?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that's a funny. Also, it's just saying he's like, if your fleet conduits away and like everyone else goes and you're just left there by yourself with the fucking
Why can't I watch your stream? Oh,
like
there you go.
when you're back with the Cenotaph
Hold
and the
on, they're
Tholos.
starting now.
You know,
He
if you
looks
like
old.
Black
dude.
Ops
He's-
conduit and like everyone goes and you just sit there, be fucked.
Well, I found a domination, knocked him out.
I don't
one
like
shot.
I don't like the camera angle.
No.
Wait, is it
I wouldn't
going
worry
on?
too much about the camera angle.
Didn't it make him look old and fat?
Oh,
Or
oh,
short?
did he already whoop his ass?
I'm
No,
sorry.
no, no, it's starting now.
Oh shit, do we want to put
So
this
what we're talking about is the Mike Tyson versus Jack Ball Narcofuck. What's his name?
I
Jake
like it.
Paul,
Oh, you got it right. You got it right.
which I definitely paid for.
It's on Netflix, isn't it?
Yeah,
Oh, is it on Netflix? Oh, it's
yeah.
Look at that dude. He just looks stupid.
No, don't put this on stream, Drayden.
why?
Don't put this on stream.
Why?
Don't
Oh,
put this
you
on
get in
stream.
trouble.
You will get banned so fast, dude.
Yeah, don't do that.
What?
Do not put this on
No,
stream.
no. This is pay per view.
This is bad
This is
idea.
pay per view. Yeah. Don't do
Very
that.
bad idea.
You're
Oops.
still doing it.
How do I'm trying. I don't know how to fucking turn it
Well,
off.
just stop it.
Just stop watching stream.
There's no button for it.
There's a red
LB,
button
can
that says
you give
stop
me the-
watching.
There's not
oh
Oh
my
my
one.
god.
There
Okay,
is.
but-
Highlight over it. Stop watching. Just cancel your stream.
There, no. Oh,
Red
there
line.
it is.
Can you give me
It's-
the
there's no red
pricing that they
button.
were doing for the adjustments
That's dumb.
Wow.
for like a
Did
Gist
you
Malcolm?
do it? All
The
right.
what?
You can
Price
hide
adjustments
it.
to what now? Say it again.
Oh, yeah, for the NPCs. Remember they said they updated them?
Yeah.
Yeah, it went down to like 4 billion and 15 billion or something like that.
For the NPCs, the increase, it's a 30 to 40% increase
Okay, so I'm
for battleships
seeing
and
like
NPCs.
Yeah, Yeah, I've got Gist Thrones. I've got 1, 2, 3. I've got 3 Gist Thrones on one site. It's first wave. And a Malachim. And so I'm looking at about 5 mil straight up just in battleships, and that's not including all the other things on this site. And this is a low sec site.
Okay, so
Just the first wave.
Sorry, I'm watching
same
the-
increase then, right?
Oh, I know how to do it.
Yes. I think so. And plus, and I'll remember that they also have a bounty modifier that doesn't have ESS in low sec. So I'm looking at a 150 in my area right now. It's 159%. If I were to just shoot a couple of those, I'm probably going to be looking about 10 mil to 20 mil just for knocking out the battleships alone.
The low sec routing could become a thing.
It looks low, yes.
Fun.
That's for sites, but that also on mining as well, because the mining sites have these type of NPCs that pop up too.
Yeah.
So belts are going to get very interesting in low sec. Although I think they adjusted them up more for a null sec. So if it's 1,300,000 for in low sec, and I remember looking at the Hobo Leaks material, it was like there were some that were looking like they pushed them up to as high as like 1,600,000.
Why did they push him away? What the fuck?
Pushing up the price, the value.
Sorry, I'm watching the fight now. Ooh. Well, I mean, do we want to call it? Because I'm gonna probably watch this now if this is on.
What's it called? We just stay here.
We just finished all the patch notes. I think we just finished up. It's good
I
time.
don't want to go to bed yet.
You don't have to,
You don't have to go to bed.
You can watch
Jesus,
Mike
why are you
Tyson.
kicking me off?
You
Yeah,
gotta go
Go
home.
to bed, Dom. You have to go to bed now. It's your bedtime, man.
Oh, I probably should go to bed, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna drink some more.
I come in.
Have a good time. We can end the podcast. Say goodbye to everybody. Love everybody.
Should
yeah.
probably go raid someone. Who do we got?
Ooh,
Who do we
that's
blame
not
for
good.
this? Who do we blame for this? I'm gonna blame somebody.
Who's
Don't put me on that
all-
wheel.
Who's doing stuff? Do you want to send it to?
Oh, CCP Kestrel, you fucked up. You're making us quit early.
There's Ghosty Gaming, Anarchos,
I love my wheel. I'm gonna use my wheel.
Swirty. PvP roam. Ghosty Gaming is doing PvP roams. You can send it that way. Looks like he's in a. Is it a Geddon?
That's
Geddon Navy?
Breaker, don't want him.
All right, set the rate up. We're gonna send it to Ghosty Gaming. They're doing some PvP roaming.
Nice.
We could do what now?
We're gonna raid Ghosty Gaming.
Who we raiding?
Ghosty Gaming.
Ghosty Gaming.
I like Ghosty. He's a good dude.
Yeah, He's doing some PvP rooms. So should
Very
we-
cool. Good dude.
All right.
Or
Thanks for
refresh.
watching,
Once you
everybody.
get in, refresh.
Hey guys, you know what? We didn't do no drinks anything. To
Yeah.
open comms. Because we kick ass.
Cheers.
Yeah, and Tyson. I'm hoping he
Go
whoops
Tyson,
fucking
baby.
Jake Paul's
Bro.
ass.
Don't turn
At
this
this-
off, Redline. I'm watching.
All right.
I'm not turning it off.
Thanks,
I
everyone.
stayed up
We're gonna
this
send you
late,
to
I'm gonna keep
Ghosty,
going.
and we'll be back next week.
We gonna play some games after this?
We should. If I can manage to stay awake. But it's late, dude.
It's midnight.
I know.
The night's young.
No, it's almost 1 a.m. No, it's midnight. You're right.
I'm gonna need me some more.
And no, the night
olive.
is not young because I've
It
been
is
waking up
young.
at 5 o'clock.
Didn't follow the book very well, but it's still good. And so far, the second season seems to be go back to the book, so I'm happy.
Oh,
The only thing I don't like about this new system they've got, the whole tracking